LOOT.BET, made for live betting.
Hello and welcome to the LOOT.BET Dota League. My name is Noma. Joining me is Senor Lizard as we make our way through in the very first match of this league. Season 1 of a brand new league presented by LOOT.BET and UCC. It's Pavaga Jr. versus Aachen City Esports. Not the Aachen City Esports which was in the closed TI qualifiers, but in fact a new Aachen City Esports, or not a new one, actually. The old one. The original Aachen City. Yeah, with DM in the middle lane, throwing it down on these crazy mid laners.
Yeah, we're gonna see the original Aachen City Esports. After Aachen City Esports kicked them and got another Aachen City Esports for the close qualifiers, they went back to the original Aachen City. I'm just full of shit. I have no clue what happened there, by the way. I don't know. Did they get kicked or what happened? But
I don't know.
It was funny. Whatever happened, it was so hilarious. Yeah.
Good story to tell the grandkids. Yeah. No, there was one Aachen City, and then the other Aachen City took over. But now this Aachen City's entered this tournament under the name of Aachen City, and apparently have their logos and everything going. Maybe they got two teams. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, do you think it's wise to have two teams? Because obviously you can't qualify for. Is it DPC events or is it just TI? You can't have two teams entering for under one organization.
I have no idea why the hell they were doing that, but in any case, I guess one team fails to qualify, you kick it, you sign up the team that qualified. Easy fix.
10 seconds.
That's it. That's all you do. Right?
Smart. Yeah, no, that's really smart actually. Have you considered a job in team management before?
Team management. Nah, I don't like that.
Coaching?
You're so useless.
Oh, geez.
Like whatever you're doing, you're pretty much useless. You just have to pick good players, but you're pretty much useless when it comes to doing that because you're not playing. And if you aren't playing, like it's very difficult for you to notice who's really good and who isn't. Like someone can have high MMR and it won't mean anything. There are like 10 players that had as much MMR as Nisha, but every single player knew that he was gonna go like pro. You know, like when we were playing in these teams, everyone was saying this guy is going pro. Same happened with 3-3 when he joined. What was that team? It wasn't DC that he joined first. Optic Gaming or something similar. I can't remember. But everyone knew that.
He was definitely with Optic. I think
Yeah,
first, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone knew, like we were all talking about him, like in between ourselves, and we knew that he was gonna go tier one eventually. We were
Mm.
just waiting for it to happen, and it's easy for players to know. But what's a manager gonna do about that? Like he ain't
10
playing.
seconds
He,
remaining.
I guess you have to mingle a lot if you're in that position.
5
I'm
seconds
bad at that.
remaining.
Anyway,
You
when
gotta
it
you gotta
comes
get
to
that sweet talk out. You gotta get out the sly words. The bribes as well.
yeah.
Do you ever bribe anybody, Lizard?
Have I ever bribed any? Yeah, a cup.
A cop?
Mm-hmm.
What was he trying to do you for?
Nothing. Just he pulled me over and I had to bribe him. That's how it works here. I don't know, man.
Wow. Okay. Sounds good. All right. We have ourselves a draft in our hands. Shall we get into it, sir?
No, let's talk
No,
about
let's-
cops
that's-
and bribery. Have you
All
ever
right, yeah.
bribed anyone yet?
No, I don't think I have. But
You haven't?
it doesn't really go down too well in this country. I don't
It
think.
doesn't. It doesn't have to be with money. Have you bribed someone with something else? Maybe some favors of some sort.
Well, I mean, how do you think a small guy like me made it to a major last year?
Team
Come on now.
Oh, so
know,
that's what's up. All
Gotta
right.
have my ways. Gotta have my ways. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Coming to the draft, though, we have. Well, I don't see Grim or OD. I have one of those bugs in which they're invisible, but we have Grim and OD on one side. On the other, we have Warlock and Centaur. Interesting that OD is picked this early on. The hero is definitely ranked super high
10
when it comes
seconds
to
remaining.
pure
Dire
team
team
picking in the CIS. They love him, but still, though, picking him in the first phase, he's all right versus Centaur. Overall, you can never be tanky enough as Centaur. OD can always blow you up, but yeah, interesting to first pick it anyway. They did ban out the Pugna and the Nyx, two pretty much big counters to the OD.
10 seconds
What's left remaining is possibly your Lina, your
Radiant
Puck.
team pick.
I was gonna say, does anybody even
And-
play Pugna? But DM definitely plays Pugna. He's a big
Yeah.
Pugna fan and a big Lena fan as well. So I would assume there's gonna be Lena mid. But
It most likely will be. Yeah, you can roll her on position 4 as well if you have some other plan.
Mhm.
But mid lane Lina versus OD is probably the way they'll go.
yeah, it does seem likely.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this is a very early OD pick. But the hero is okay. He's not really like hugely counterable. There's no way you can just go, okay, OD's unplayable now, unless you do get out like this Pugna pick, which again, you
Yeah,
just get rid of.
honestly, even with the Pugna, it doesn't really look like it counters him. It counters him to some extent, and then suddenly he gets a BKB, and the Pugna is useless while OD is wailing on your team, hammering them down. So Pugna used to be a great counter, but I haven't seen Pugna have a lot of success in recent games that I've seen
Dire team
with
pick.
OD versus Pugna. Spirit Breaker. All right, Grimstroke, Spirit Breaker. Interesting that Bara wasn't banned out earlier. A really strong combo of supports right now that they've got. Still no combo with Soulbind though from Grimstroke. They need something with that. And
Does Spirit Breaker ulti not work with Soulbind?
10 seconds remaining.
it works in some weird way, I think.
5
But
seconds remaining.
like you when you charge, you split in 2 cows and you get 2 heroes.
Right. Okay.
Did you know?
So
About that?
you're basically Meepo.
You just get an additional Baraturm for
Nice,
the duration
cool.
of the charge.
Can you
And
then
after
chop him up and get some like burgers for your team?
No, what you do is you play the economy game. Next time Soulbind is used, you use 2 charges, and then you have 4 Baraturms.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you use 4 charges, and you get 8 Baraturms.
It's
And
starting to
then
look
you
like
just-
the old days
you
of ability
zerg them.
draft.
You zerg them after that.
Did you ever play the ability draft when Meepo was in it? Because I don't think he's in it anymore. But in the early days of ability draft, it was so funny. You could get like Meepo, and then you could get like Charge of Darkness, and you just have like 4 Meepos streaking across the map at you. Be like, what the hell is going on?
That actually sounds hilarious. It's sad that he's not in ability draft anymore. But he hasn't been. I don't know if he's back in the ability draft, but I remember that he hasn't been in a really long, like for a really long time. He wasn't in it.
Yeah, no, they threw him in the bin. I don't know why either. He was one of the best things about ability draft, but there you go. So what?
Right.
Yeah, we already know that Lena's probably going to be in the mid lane, so no shenanigans. I like the way they ban out the Sanking straight off the bat as well, and the Venomance. Those are two targeted DM bans right there, because this guy plays some crazy stuff in that middle lane.
Yeah, he has very interesting hero pool, definitely. I remember. But I don't know. If you're Aachen City Esports, you can open up with your carry or your support right now. And they go with the this should be your Lina support then. With the puck pick, I think this should be your Lina support and puck should be mid. It's not 100%, but I believe that should be the case.
Okay.
Because yeah, if that's not the case, then how do you lane them? Nah, it's like 90% it's like this: Centaur offlane, puck mid, Alina and Warlock supports, and then they last pick their carry. What could also happen is they could be a little bit naughty and send Centaur on position 4, Warlock 5, puck offlane, Lina mid. That's also a possible way of playing this lineup, but like 99% it's a puck mid because of Spirit Breaker, you know, like when Bara is picked, you want these elusive heroes on mid such as puck to be able to just phase shift out of the charge and just mess with Bara overall. It's a much easier lane for puck than it is for Lina.
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense, because Lena, while she does do a lot of damage, she don't have a lot of ways to get out of any kind of situation if she does find herself in a spot of trouble, and Spirit Breaker is, of course, the master of trouble. Quite the troublemaker hero, right, Pavaga? Let's throw something down now. I want to see something. Well, I mean, they've already been throwing down quite a lot in this drop, and I want to see something which works with the Grimstroke. I want to see something which really ties this together, because it's feeling a little bit messy right now from them. I don't really know what they're aiming for.
Dire team ban.
Let's see.
All right,
Wraith
Wraith King. I like it.
mean, yeah, it's a really good hero with Grimstroke on the lane. So yeah, I can get behind the Wraith King definitely. They could close the mm, draft up with the Darkseer pick, but Darkseer is kind of dumpstered again with patches. So
Poor
10
boy.
seconds
Never
remaining.
catches a break, does he?
yeah, pretty much.
5 seconds remaining.
So most likely it won't be the Darkseer, but we'll see. They could go with something like, let's say, a Bat Rider on the offlane is an option for them. Uh, Interestingly enough, Mars hasn't been banned out, a hero that's considered to be a counter to Centaur by some teams. You could go with Mars.
Oh, where's that?
Radiant team ban.
They ban out the Doom on Aachen City Sports, and from Pavaga we will see some carry banned out. They need to ban out some hyper carry because this puck, he creates a lot of space and he brings a lot of control, but they need some.
Radiant team
They ban out the AM, yeah. Like I don't think that AM really works super well versus OD, but it's all right. So and they need that hyper carry, and AM definitely fits that role. So banning that out makes sense. But if I was Aachen City Sports, maybe something like a Nikes and Jug are also fine because you get that built-in BKB versus the OD.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll see what they opt for. There are many.
5 seconds
These two teams
remaining.
haven't really focused on banning out carries in this game, so.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be some kind of gap close or, as you say, some kind of inbuilt BKB hero. I mean, what do we think of PA possibly? Is it too squishy
PA?
versus the Spirit Breaker?
I mean, I don't think that's a hero.
True.
Yeah, they picked the Mars.
Barely exists. All right,
let's
Mars,
see.
and the response is going to be the Life Stealer. All right, keeping it nice and tame. I can City Esports Club, but I think when you're considered to be the better team, it's what you want to be doing.
Yeah, they get the Life Stealer. It's also a hero that's good versus the Mars on the lane. Yeah, it won't suffer way too much because he has this Warlock with him. Overall, though, both of these lineups are fine. It comes down to execute. Wait, it is actually Lina mid, and the puck is going to be played by LeBron, so it's going to be your position 4 puck, which is something that we've seen in the past a little bit by players such as Yapzor and who was it as well? Zai, when he played 4, he played puck a bit. So
10
position 4
seconds
puck,
remaining.
definitely going to be interesting to see how
5
it fares
seconds
for them.
remaining.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
the Lina in the middle lane now versus the Spirit Breaker and the OD. I don't know. I'm getting a bit concerned.
I mean, to be honest, when I said that Puck is better there, he's better because he has that phase shift and it's safer lane for him. But
Mm.
overall, when it comes to their full lineup, I feel that they're lacking damage if they have Puck on mid. And because of that, I can get behind the lean on mid. Then again, Puck position 4 isn't really my favorite support too, like, but maybe they can make it work. So we'll have to wait it out and see how it works out for them. But I do respect their choice to be a little bit like out of the box and put this Puck on position 4 and not mid.
Yeah,
Actually, not
yeah.
top
I mean,
mid.
I've definitely seen DM play a lot more lean in than I've seen him play puck. That's for sure. This feels more in his comfort zone. But yeah, it also sucks that you don't really have set up. Well, I mean, the Centaur stun. Now you're gonna have the puck and Centaur lane. That just feels a little bit weird.
It's definitely weird, but like TI qualifiers are over. Teams don't really care about what they do anymore. Everyone is just thinking about the C, and these teams that haven't qualified, they're thinking about should we continue playing or should we end it right now? And
Jesus, that got dark. Okay, well, apparently we missed like half of the versus screen there. I'm not sure what that's about, but anyway, a quick pause out comes out from the Mars as they just gonna get their strats in. Oh, 2 minutes. Okay, okay. What do you think he's doing in 2 minutes?
in 2 minutes, usually when I see these 2 minute breaks, what happens is the player is going to take a small pee, like he goes to the toilet.
Okay,
Usually,
okay.
or grab some water,
Very
maybe
important
some
analysis.
coffee, maybe some
Right.
coffee.
Yeah. Well, their
But if he
sponsored
does,
energy drink partner.
are we partnered with anything?
We're not. No, no, there's no
We're
no
not?
energy drinks
Good.
here. No.
Good, good, because
Just
I'm only
betting.
drinking coffee right now.
Good. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Me too. Just
I'm
drinking
actually
coffee
not
and.
the biggest fan of energy drinks. Like I never drink them, but at the same time, I could start drinking them if there's some Monster or Red Bull willing to sponsor me.
Willing to change your
my
mind
mind
with a
can-
little bit of a yeah, one of the color
My
bribes
mind
you're
can
making.
be changed, guys.
Sponsoring a caster would be a great idea, because then you basically just sponsored every event. I mean, I'm sure the events would have no problems with the caster pushing their own sponsors inside their tournament, right? That'd be fine.
Of course not. Of course not. No one would really care about that.
Easy.
Why would anyone care about?
Yeah, hit me up, Monster. I'm your man. I'm your man. Not really anything interesting starting out off the with any items being picked up or anything. Like everyone's pretty chill. Spirit Breaker, he's got his Stout Shield, he's got his Orb of Venom. That makes him the strongest hero on the map right now.
Classic.
Yeah, Mars just loading up on that regen for that brutal off lane because he's not going to be given a courier for ages. Same with Centaur.
Yeah. And we have 3 mangoes on the Grimstroke. No sentries on him, so he just wants to brawl on that lane, which is quite alright because he has his PO65 with him on Wraith King. They're pretty strong there versus. They have to be careful versus Lina and Centaur. Sorry, versus Puck and Centaur. These 2 heroes do hurt quite a lot, so we have to be careful. We'll see if Funny goes mid to get those retaliate stacks up or what he does. Dodgy bre. Okay, that's interesting. Actually,
What's that mean?
Funny.
Dodgy breath.
So this dodgy bre on Funix, it's actually Serbian. It's not Russian or Ukrainian. And what it means is "come at me, bro." Like in a very slang way, "come at me, brah." And it was actually pointed at Funnick and his Navi team. I believe he was playing in Navi back then. I'm not certain. Maybe he wasn't, but I believe he was. This Serbian player, Gogi, from one of the teams a long time ago, he was like this bold guy in Adidas tracksuit. He was super bulked up as well. Just imagine some dude that just came out of the gym,
Yeah.
and he's angry and he's playing carry, And
Jesus.
this dude, he's angry as fuck. He's tall, he's bald. They're playing in the same room. There were no boots back then, and the game is really tense. They're playing versus Navi, and this guy, this bald guy, he's playing Void. He jumps in their base, he chronos them, and he knows that chrono is winning them the game. So he just leaves the keyboard and everything. He just leaves the everything right there. He stands up, goes up to them, and starts screaming at them, "Dodgy bre!" Like, come at me. In real life, he's screaming at them. You know?
Jesus, what do you do in that situation?
There's a video on YouTube. Like
What an
you
alpha.
can see Dandy. He's looking at him like all scared. You know, like what the fuck is happening? Like, that guy's a legend because of that. I love him a lot. But
The golden years.
yeah, like some super funny story right there. Like, it was good. Good days. I wasn't playing those back then. I didn't. Yeah, good times. I mean, not my times because I only heard about that story like 3-4 years ago when I started playing with that guy. But because I wasn't playing those back then. That's like, I was playing Warcraft. That's like 10 years ago or some shit.
Yeah. What was the guy's name again?
Gogi.
Gogi.
Gordon. Yeah, he played in Elements Pro Gaming, in Mind Sanity. He played in the original Fnatic Dota 2.
Right. Okay. Been floating around a little bit. Yeah, that they've had a lot of like really huge players on Fnatic, the original Fnatic, haven't they? Because they've had Fly on Fnatic. Yeah. Who else? Honey was there as well at one stage, wasn't he? And that
Yeah,
guy's
it was.
pretty
That's
huge as well.
that's the stack
It's a
that
muscle
came
squad.
after. That's the stack that came after. That isn't the original Dota 2 stack, but that stack was like No-Tail, Honey, Trixie, Fly, No-Tail, Honey, Trixie, Fly, Era, and who am I missing? Who am I missing? Am I missing anyone?
That's all of them?
Is that 5 or 4? No-Tail, Honey, Trixie, Fly, and Era. Yeah, that's 5. Good.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
fine.
missing.
You got it. Yeah.
I got it. I can count to 5.
Well done, man. Well done.
Yeah.
Very proud. We're all proud of you. Yeah, but they must have really good gyms on that Fnatic squad because everybody who was coming into that squad was absolutely massive. Like except maybe No-Tail.
Everyone.
But
Everyone was massive in that first and the second iteration.
yeah. All right. We have unpaused. Looks like we got ourselves a game in our hands, so let's find out what's going to be happening here. This mid lane matchup between the OD and the Lina. A little bit Lina favored maybe, but I mean, OD doesn't really care. He doesn't really care how any lane goes. He can always just run away to the jungle. And of course, that's Astro Imprisonment always going to give him a bit of an edge in any kind of lane, no matter the situation. So
Oh,
life
he
is
dug up
pretty
a
good.
card.
Nice.
Player
He's dancing
card
about
back.
it as well.
He's
Congratulations.
already winning in this game. He doesn't even have to do anything any longer. We do have a tri-lane on this bottom lane, so Centaur should be careful.
The battle
There is a stun from Pio as well, so
Yeah, it's going to stun up the puck. Ooh, 3 bounty runes for Pavaga. I'll be happy with that one.
only 1 for V-Tune taken on that top lane. But
Very sad.
Lina did have to go there, and because of that, she kind of missed the block on mid lane. So it's not really the perfect block for her, but
The
it's
one
all right.
creep running ahead. Fergon? Nah, he's got it right. Easy peasy blocks in the middle lane. What do you think of V-Tune as a player, by the way? Because I've seen some really outstanding performances from him before, and
He's
I
so
was
bad.
Oh,
I'm kidding. He's all right. I've like I know this guy from pubs.
hold
for
on a
really long
second.
time
'Cause in
now.
the bottom lane, they're chasing Funnick through the trees here. They got another charge. Oh, he's actually gone for the Greater Bash. Okay, never mind. So Funnick will be okay for the time being.
Usually you take the Greater Bash level 1, especially now with all the nerfs to charge. Like charge went from 11 seconds to 17, which is actually quite a lot on level 1. Like that 6 seconds difference, it means quite a lot. And having Bash level 1, yeah, it's not 17%, let's be honest. It's more like 87% when you're good with Baraturm. You just bash all the time. So.
Yeah, sounds about right. Ooh, cheeky deny in the middle lane. Oh, actually, that was really bad. Ergon actually got like none of those CS under the tower. But
It's
yeah,
Lina.
pretty far ahead.
Outranges him, has the stun to work with. It's difficult for this OD to lane on mid, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
We shall see. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, PO just hanging out against LeBron and Funnick. Again, interested to see what this puck's going to be achieving down here. Well, that's the stun out onto the Wraith King, and the sports aren't nearby right now. Grimstroke going to throw in at the Stroke of Fate, but the orb's coming in as well. It does actually just clip PO just there.
clipped him,
Gonna
yeah.
need one more right click. Funnick, can he close the gap? Doesn't look like he. Oh, never mind. The right click comes through from the puck. LeBron will draw fast blood, despite the Grimstroke's best efforts there with the Inkswell, but it was not enough. He's going for the sniper. No, okay. Oh,
It's unfortunate, but
Puck.
Pio moved a little bit too close to them, right? And they instantly capitalized on his positioning mistakes. Overall, Puck you don't consider him to be the strongest support, but at the same time, Puck is one of the heroes with highest base damage early on. He has a lot of base damage, so he can definitely trade hits easy and dish out a lot of damage to this Wraith King if he is not careful. Plus retaliate, obviously. Plus 100 damage level 1, not too bad too.
Yeah, so it seems like a fairly good spell. Like, this whole retaliate thing.
It's just stupid strong. But yeah.
What was wrong with return? I liked return.
It was boring. That's what was wrong.
Yeah,
you needed
true.
something that does the same thing, also has an active, destroys towers, makes you stronger, makes you the strongest hero in the game. Mid lane, Ergon is getting really low, but he's fine.
Took a little bit of a tickling from DM, but yeah, he's going to be all right in the end. I'm keeping a very close eye on this bottom lane. I feel like this is where the action is going to come from. I mean, we've already had action down here, so I'm already right.
Most likely this does look like a most volatile lane. Volatile. How do I pronounce that? How do you pronounce volatile?
Volatile, yeah. You got it. You got it.
I got it. All right. It definitely does seem that way. So this is where the danger lies for both sides, because one stun plus Inkswell can take down the Puck or the Centaur. The same goes the other way around. Like one stun from Centaur if he has retaliate stacks on.
This guy's not very good at Spirit Breaker. I just watched him hit V-Tune like 4 times. He didn't get a bash, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'm a really good Spirit Breaker. I bash all the time. You just need that skill, you know. It's something you're born with, I think. It can't be taught. So.
Charge coming in, just slightly unnecessary charge, but just making sure that Mars gets out okay. Just also asserting himself as well. There you go, now the bashes come in. See, this is it. When you show the confidence, the Spirit Breaker gods reward you in bashes, you know. I think that's where it comes from.
Definitely.
Oh, another one, look at this. See, he's right up in his face. There we go.
He's learning, definitely. He watched some replays. He's learning how to bash. It's good.
Yeah. It's a skill. It's actually, I wouldn't even say it's a skill. I think it's more of an art. The one thing in Dota I'd consider an art to be bashing is the... what?
Oh my god,
Did you see that? That was
I
like
saw that.
threading the needle. My goodness.
That was just stupid.
That ain't right. Oh man, justice for my boy Mars. He's now in a bit of trouble. Can't looking for him through the trees. He's trying to duke it out right now. Doing a pretty good job, actually, as he seems to have bamboozled the Warlock. But I'm not even sure that Warlock's not that bothered about finding him, to be honest. He's like, well, whatever. But they have completely forgotten about the bounty rune. So the Spirit Breaker will be able to grab both of these, make him one happy cow. Meanwhile, down at bottom, when one bounty rune to LeBron and the other one to Theismann. So 3 bounty runes going the way of Pavaga.
Simon, right? Simon. I don't know, like, how do you pronounce this? Simon. Suman.
Sounds a lot like Hyman. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hyman. Are we gonna? We can't do that. Though.
We
That's
can't do
not
that. No, that'd be rude.
Yeah. That's very disrespectful from you, and I'm ashamed. Just so you know, right now.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. So what's gonna happen? Where are we gonna see some kills? I believe on this bottom lane. That's where action should happen at least. And what I like as well is Wraith King is going for phase boots into Midas. It's a pretty decent build. Definitely on this lane as well. He needs those phases as soon as possible.
All right, we've got a charge coming in on the middle lane, and we're going to have a haste rune on LeBron. Could this be a fight breaking out in the middle lane? Looks like, well, the charge, absolutely nothing happens. All right.
Dark career?
Cool. And what happened to that guy?
I don't know, but he died.
No.
LeBron is saving the haste for
Quite
his
sad.
Lina.
Spirit Breaker wants it. Oh, the blocks.
There's
No way. Oh my god, they just give it away. See you later, boys.
He took it. Like, why not stop him at least? Oh my, why not take it at least with Puck? That's...
LeBron is so selfless. He's like, no.
Yeah. That was some monkey business right there, as you see from Kazal as well.
I think he was trying to like just trying to make the plays. He wanted to go on Reddit. Funny, gonna get sliced up a little bit by the Wraith King, but nothing really gonna come of it. Although there's a chart. He's not gonna do this.
That's a little bit too deep.
Yeah, even by the Breakers' standards.
But you have to do that though, remember. And when
Of
this
course.
charge comes off cooldown, which it could have been off cooldown already, but because of the nerfs it's not. They might go. Grimstroke is falling back, possibly to pull. So we won't see anything happen there. On the mid
Yeah.
lane, OD did fairly well, by the way. 41 CS versus 50 on Lina. He's holding on. He didn't really fall behind.
Radiant's middle tower is
All
under
right, we
attack.
have a
Yeah,
charge.
net
on
worth
Puck.
shows it very even as well. Oh, it's going down. Puck in some trouble, and he's going to get picked off by Pavaga there. That is that charge coming off cooldown and getting caught out by the rotation in.
They got
Nicely
him.
done.
With one level in the Phantom's Embrace, it buys them just enough time for that Bara charge to connect. And Puck is very elusive, but at the same time, for the price of being very squishy, and he falls there.
I'm going to test you here, but what happens if you phase shift Phantom's Embrace?
I think it just disappears like the bug, right, from Weaver.
Right, okay.
I think. But
You just get
maybe
it
maybe it latches on. And,
I feel like it does, but I don't know. I really don't know. He's in some trouble right now. The Inkswell's on top of the Spirit Breaker, allowing him to continue chasing. He's going to need a little bit more damage, but that Stroke of Fate will provide enough as down goes Ekenart. Meanwhile, LeBron on the run right now, but in comes the silence and the right clicks, and that is going to be another kill for Pavaga down here. Now,
Yeah, man,
jumping
Pavaga
up
is-
on the bottom lane.
yeah, Pavaga is destroying them on this bottom lane. They need to bring more heroes if they want to do anything on this lane, and from now on, I believe. Because they've fed twice in a row now. They should change their approach to this lane. Perhaps
Yep.
bring the Warlock or something similar, maybe Lina.
I feel like that bottom lane was basically just like a packed powder keg, and one of the teams had to light the match, and it was Pavaga that did so, and now they've just claimed it for their own. As you say, very volatile lane, and did come off in the favor of the Radiant. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Marcy? Yeah, he's good. He's good. Just
He's good, but he's not good. He has 36 CS versus 54 of Centaur. So they did commit 3 heroes on the bottom lane, and because of that, this Mars does not have as much farm. Dota is a game of like resources, and your resources are limited. You have to decide where to use them, and they've decided to use all their stuff on this bottom lane. Because of that, this Mars has suffered, but not too much. He's level 6, almost 7. So he has the levels, and he actually has more levels than the Centaur, more experience that is, and he might try to kill the Centaur that I'm talking about right now.
I really felt LeBron there, actually, as that ward got dewarded, which was here, because it was like just in range of their sentry, but also very much in range of the Radiant sentry. He thought they had the area covered. They didn't.
Dire's
Rating
middle
takes
tower
his
is under attack.
ward. He feels really sad.
At the same time, this other ward that they planted scouts the Mars. and because
Yo,
of that-
Wraith King, man, come on, dude. He picks up the Midas, a really great time, and then just walks past a hard camp and then TPs in front of it. And he's still
didn't
not using
use
it. He's still not using it. What are you doing,
This is
Pio?
the massive Pidus.
This is the massivest of Piduses.
Pio, my dude, my sir, my brother,
he's
my
still
friend.
not going. There's a catapult. Maybe that's what he
bratishka.
was looking for. Now
No,
giving
he's
up on the
going for
catapult.
this
No.
sniper.
Oh,
No, kill it! Midas it! Midas,
What's he
you
doing?
fool!
come on, catapult. There we
Oh,
go. Oh
finally.
my god. Literal sweat pouring down my face. My heart rate is just too high right now. I'm gonna need to calm down a minute. Maybe this lifesteal needs to calm down as he's getting charged up, stunned up. They're on top of him right now, losing his health very quickly, but backing himself into the trees. He's very, very quick, and they don't have the boots to keep up with him.
Yeah, and there's the Shadow Word now from the Warlock, so he's just gonna hide in the woods, heal up, then perhaps turn back.
This is a gentle charge, literally just used for the top lane. I was looking elsewhere on the map where else it could have been, but it's just up here, and now the charge comes through. Wraith King happy to turn this one around. He's got the point in reincarnation, will now level it up, so he's going to die once. Where the rest of the team, well, they're making their way over. In comes Ergon, he's turning up to this party, drops his sanities, but the rage came out from a lifesteal in time, but it will allow them to kill off the Warlock. There's going to be one kill up here. Meanwhile, the charge comes out. LeBron coming in the backlands, they're trying to pick off the OD. Ergon, no, well, he's in a bit of trouble, needs to back himself away, but will be okay with the Astral onto the Warlock Golem here and finish up with a nice clean crit. That's going to be a little bit of extra gold. Nice little... Oh, never mind. The puck is... He's dead. He's dead. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Made a cute play to dodge the charge there, but unfortunately you can't dodge
he-
everything these guys can throw at you.
He just got a greater bashed out of the arena. Did you see that?
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah, the little
unsynergetic there.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, that charge was weird. I don't know what that was, but maybe on some other lane something was happening because he charged and then ported in. It's not really your optimal play.
It's not efficient.
It's definitely not efficient, and it's the reason why they got counter-attacked and killed there. They lost the puck and the warlock. Still getting some kills.
Yeah, they're just really chasing LeBron away there to make sure they got that tower kill, and it will go to PO. Looks like he uses next Midas pretty efficiently, but he's actually queued up the armlet rather than the Radiance, which is interesting because I thought it looked like a pretty good Radiance game versus the Lifesteal and versus the puck as well, just cancelling out that blink. But
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It's not bad, definitely. At the same time, having the Tezo and the armlet, I think it's a good build in this game too. So
yeah, and you don't want to make
You
this
can-
rage too valuable, right? Like if you just rages and then the OD doesn't do anything and the Radiance doesn't do anything and then V-Tune's just happy. But if you go for this right-click build, then it doesn't make rage
Dire's top
equals
tower is
invincible.
under attack.
yeah, the Lifestealer is going for that Radiance that we talked about. So pretty much the same build, but phases Midas into Radiance on one side and the armlet on the other. Usually this armlet allows you to be a little bit more on the active side earlier on. And
Well, look at your Midas, Ergon. Look at your Midas. Don't kill the Centaur. Don't kill that. Got some real problems. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, unfortunately, they're going to be carving up some steak. There we go. Midas is used.
bottom lane,
I don't know how
got
great that
Mars.
was. He's in some trouble right now. He's not got the second life available, and V-Tune's just chunking into him. They've used the... oh, there we go. Nice stun comes out, and finally the link does connect. And Pio can just run
he's-
himself away. And a nice use of the Midas as well.
Mid
Yeah.
lane at the same time.
It's all going down. Yeah, DM. He's actually able to get out on the second attempt of trying to run out of that arena, and he actually gets himself away. Nice
he had
little
the
haste rune
haste.
there in the bottle, yeah.
Haste and duels to work with, so he survives. Overall, that armlet as well on the Wraith King is good as he has OD with the Midas too. So these two heroes are going to scale fairly well. And
That was unfortunate. They had the charge onto LeBron, but he cancelled it just as the smoke came off, so I don't think they would have seen this smoke. Now they move themselves over to the middle lane.
yeah,
Spirit Breaker, he's
this
not prepared for this. He might be
dead.
going down again. In comes a Yule Scepter. Light Striker Ray quickly follows. Puck's on top of him as well. Bring in the Laguna Blade. Bring in the Puck. And that is your damage to bring down the Space Cow. Meanwhile, Pierre... Oh. Nice coil, dude. Meanwhile, Funny goes in with the stun on the back lines. There's a Golem dropped on top of them both from Ekenard as well. He's going in on this right now, and Simon will be taking a fall here. Yeah, he's going to get finished off by the Fatal Bonds all the same, but in comes Ergon. They've got the damage to finish off Funny. Pio surviving through it all as well. Even if he didn't, he's got a reincarnation anyway. They take the tower, but it does cost them a little bit there as Funnick overextends a wee bit.
Yeah, that pure damage does not care about his armor or that he's a centaur. OD is just one of those heroes that deals with scent at any given point in the game, so that's good. A lot of passive Midases in this game. I'm looking at OD right now and I'm seeing the same thing. He's running around without using it. There we go.
There we go.
Finally.
Yeah.
And I'm clicking on Wraith King and he also has a Midas without using it. There we go.
Okay.
I mean, I understand that they're saving it for the high-level creeps, right? But sometimes they just kill the high-level creeps while the Midas is on and they move.
Yeah, that's what I was watching OD do earlier. These Midases have not been efficient.
Yeah. But then again, they are Midases, and the 4-staff is completed on OD, which is really good versus the Nikes. Armlet has been completed on PO65, so yeah, they're getting their items and they're pressuring Aachen City Esports quite a lot, while V-Tune is just forced to split push all the time as he does not have that Radiance ready, not even the Relic ready yet. He can't really control the pace of the game. It's all in Pavaga's hands at the moment, and it's on Aachen City Esports to wait it out, get that Relic, and then try to turn it. Have a Bara charging
Top
bot.
tier 2 tower. This isn't seeming worth it for Aachen right now, but what choice do they really have as they lose their top tier 2 tower? Just from a straight up push from Pavaga. No pickoff led into that. It's just a straight up push.
Yeah,
V-Tune-
that's their item choices. That's pretty much it. You can't do stuff if you don't have items, and they don't have items right now. They have a lot of gold, but it's not invested into anything. They need to wait.
Dire are scanning.
And that's a sad thing for DM because his hero does not need items. He just wants to rotate around and kill stuff, but he can't. Oh, Puck gets clipped by the spear, but Yeah, he catches
Ooh,
him.
cancels out the TP as well with the coil, and now the coil will be broken on the Mars as well. Gonna pop the arena actually, just try and get themselves some space, but they just blink and rage themselves inside. No one cares about your arena, Mars. They're just gonna jump inside it and kill you anyway.
I'm not certain. He was just playing there. That's what happened. He was just messing with Puck, and that's why he died. He did not have to throw that spear. He was out of vision of Puck. He decides to play with him to throw that spear, and because of that, he dies in the end. Charge mid.
Having some fun. Well, actually, Yules comes out to cancel it out, but there's also an Astral coming through onto this Lena, so she's going to be in some real trouble. And by real trouble, I mean she is absolutely dead. A couple more right clicks, and they'll leave it for Ergen. Perfect.
It's a good charge. It forces the Yules out, and because of that, OD is able to just come in and clean up. So pretty good play by Pavaga, and a pretty courageous play by Elena to try and kill that Spirit Breaker, as she definitely did not have enough damage.
Yeah,
to do so.
courageous. Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Objective there.
oh,
Nice little juke with the orb, but I don't think he's got enough in the tank left as they chase him down with so many heroes in this bottom lane. Really punishing this Puck for coming forwards here. Now Argonaut, well, he gets a D-ward, #value, but unfortunately he's dead all the same now as he gets surrounded by heroes. Going ripping him apart, but it's Happy Dayura who gets the kill.
Pavaga
Dayura.
is pretty much styling on them right now.
Yep.
And this is a fairly young team versus a very old team as well when it comes to players. Like, you have some old school players on
Oh, Funnick mistimed it, and again the train just continues going. Oh, that was a weird spear, but it doesn't matter. They get the kill anyway. Funnick goes down, and this is getting really worrying for Aachen right now.
Tower is under attack.
You can see them being picked off because they're playing separately across the map, and they're playing that way because they're waiting for their item peaks, right? They're waiting for their power spike, and now that they have the Radiance or Nyx, probably what's going to happen is we'll see some smoke with Infest Bomb and Puck, with Warlock Golem, and this is where Aachen City Esports can make it or break it. If they get a couple of these pickoffs that way, or a good team fight, the game can go back to 50%. But at the moment, they're definitely not doing too well, and Puck just wasn't clipped with that smoke, which is also very unfortunate for them. So they're smoked up as 3. Yep, Nyx just farming with his Relic, with his Radiance. They're setting up for this bottom tier 2 push. And I believe Pavaga, if they try to defend this, they could lose this team fight easily. So they have to be careful about the way they do it. They are already late to defend it. Most likely what's going to happen is they're going to try and push this tier 2 on mid lane, or just take control of the enemy jungle and not even defend the tier 2. Go for bounties. I respect that move because they already set up the perimeter on the bottom lane.
Yeah, but can they defend it? There's a cow coming in to try and penetrate the territory, and look at these TPs coming in. They want V-Tune right now, and they may well just get him. Where's the support? Where's Aachen coming in? Well, in comes a Stampede. Oh, beautiful stuff! Follow it up with the Golem! Where have they gone? Pavaga just get incinerated, and now the Yules comes out, and that's going to be a Space Cow gone as well. Absolutely fantastic Wombo combo coming out, and now the Wraith King trying to get himself away from this one, but he's lost his first life, and now he loses his second. Oh
That's
my
that one
god.
fight that we talked about. From 5k to sub 1k advantage of Pavaga, and to losing the tier 2. Like, you just don't do that. There's a reason why you don't defend that tower, why you don't make a crazy play like that. It just gives them an opportunity to completely win the game and change the pace of the game. You were winning this game and now you're losing the tier 3. It's such a classic move. I've seen it so many times. It happened to me so many times that it actually hurts a little bit watching it.
The same mistakes repeated again. Well,
yeah, they just lost the side off of that, and they were winning this game. They were 5k ahead, now they're 2k
huge
behind.
nuclear turnaround.
Yeah, but that's funny. 1% Moonlight. Moon Warrior.
Nah. What was it? It wasn't
1%
Moon Warrior, was it?
I can't remember. It was
I
something
don't.
about Moon. I don't know.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Moon Lord, was it?
Moon Lord, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I remember him saying that he's in the 1 percentile or something.
Yeah.
Which he definitely is. I mean, he is a great player. A little bit crazy when you read his tweets, but nonetheless, great player.
Fantastic tweets, I would say. Well, from that, Aachen, they basically double their advantage over Pavaga. And of course, if you want to double your winnings, then you can enter code LEAGUE with your first deposit on LOOT.BET, and we'll double it to an amount of up to 200 euros.
I ain't doubling anything, guys. Nomad is gonna do it.
It's not coming out of my account, unfortunately. Well, no, fortunately.
Nomad will do it, guys. 100%. What do you mean?
Just DM me.
unfortunately?
I'll give you the money to bet.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. Hit me up. Run my own betting scam on the side. Easy.
Right. And Puck just takes the range tracks on the bottom lane.
Has fallen.
Yeah,
Suddenly-
casual.
Suddenly the game is different. There's a Yasha on top of the Radiance on the Lifestealer plus 2k gold. Lina has travels and duels and that Lance. Centaur probably finished one more item, probably getting that halberd very soon. Yeah, this game just became ridiculously harder for Pavaga. They're definitely not out of it. They have the two Midases, one on OD with that BKB completed.
Yeah, I was
but you
about
need
to
to use
say.
that. Yeah.
The BKB is going to be the big one, I think. That's gives you a lot of freedom, a lot of, the ability to just ignore this Lina is very nice as well. And the Puck, of course. Both heroes just basically entirely magical damage, so... Gonna do a lot for them in these fights. And look at this scoreline, 10-10. What is going on? There has not been a lot of action this game.
Yeah, I've noticed that in the last on the hub as well when I was casting CIS in Europe. Europe had like some crazy games, some funny games, some bloodbaths, Well, CIS, they have a lot of these small teams that are actually trying super hard. They aren't making mistakes. They're playing as like cautiously as possible, and the result is having a score 10-10, 20 minutes in.
Whoa, look at this guy go flying into the fight right now and jumping onto Funnick right now. Meanwhile, Ring of Blood actually pushes Ekanat out. I'm not quite sure how that happened, 'cause that was a spear he was on, but never mind. Going to be a little bit awkward now as they try to bring down Funnick. It's a slow burn as they get on top of the centaur and start to whack away at him, but in comes a Puck, holding them off. Funnick might actually escape this one. The Moonlord lives. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, well, the Spirit Breaker may not be, as the Dragon Slayer will finish the job. Meanwhile, Vuchin coming in onto Ergon right now. He wants to try and find this kill, but the slow comes out. Another joint in, another stump. Out of the bar, he's getting dropped low, and he does get finished off. Meanwhile, LeBron chopping away at the Grimstroke on the backlines of the fight, trying to chase him around. Aachen are looking to take this one right now as they're trying to finish off the Grim, but now with this big bad Mars coming in, they actually need to back themselves away. Funnick could be in some trouble if he can get this God's Rebuke off, but doesn't look like he can. Funnick up to the high ground, should survive for the time being. Meanwhile, on the backside, they actually finish off the kill on Simon. Now they look over towards the Wraith King as well. He doesn't have Reincarnate. He's got a Lifestealer on him as well. Pavaga, they're losing heroes, and that is their carry gone as well. OD able to make it away from the danger, but still a lot of heroes dropped here, and now objectives just became very available for Aachen. That was a buyback
So
from...
just run into them though in that situation. He had no mana, I guess. He had 300 mana. He could have done
some
something.
spells.
Yeah, he could have casted some spells. He just ran into them. Oh well, he
bored.
decided that his life is not important any longer, and he killed himself. I respect that. I don't respect that. You should fight until the end.
Well, technically, he
Show
did fight till
yourself.
the end. He didn't
Oh.
He didn't run
You
away
really
and then
fight.
suicide.
Running into them and just dying isn't really fighting. But I get your point. You can look at it from different ways, I guess.
Like most things in this world.
Yeah.
We always get too caught up in our perspectives, believing that everything we read and every way we interpret things is always the correct way, but sometimes it's not.
Or most of the time, if you're me.
No.
Oh well.
It's
What
a
can I
bit
say?
of a feels bad, man, but don't you worry. You'll crack the code of life one day. Meanwhile,
One day.
we've got a Midas off cooldown.
I'm watching the same thing. I'm just looking at these Midases. Is he gonna use it? There
There
we
you
go.
go. Finally decides, well, yeah, I guess I'll kill a catapult.
I mean, every second matters in this game, Like,
Agreed.
so you're not playing for 2 or 3 hours. You're playing for, let's say, 30 to 60 minutes, and every second matters in those 30 to 60 minutes. And if you aren't using that Midas every time it's off cooldown, it adds up. Like right now, I can already tell you he's had like at least, let's say, 1:30 of downtime on that Midas. That's a lot. You don't get that item 1 second earlier. You don't have the BKB to contest Rosh or something similar. They take the Rosh before you get it. Suddenly, that new item that you got isn't as effective as it could have been.
I'm watching
Every
it
second
again.
matters.
Gone, please. He's got to wait for the creeps to respawn. So
yeah,
about
I mean,
another
I
15
can't blame him
seconds
here.
here.
He's just waiting for creep. No, don't block the camp. Don't block it.
It's almost like he heard you. Like, I can't blame him here. He's not doing anything wrong. And he just goes in and blocks the damn camp.
Blocking
good
is not the
stuff.
play. I can tell you that.
No, I think that your perspective is right on. Oh, another spear just barely misses this guy and his spears. I mean, they've been correct. Like, he's not doing anything wrong. He's just getting extremely unlucky.
He is. He is. It's not only unlucky though, because when you're forming that arena, it takes it a little bit to form, right? And he uses
Right,
that spear
yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit too early, and because of that, they lost that last fight.
Yeah,
If
you
they
killed the
killed the
Warlock.
Warlock with the spear, it would be much easier.
Monster's going ham, going deep onto the Grimstroke right there. He's just completely without his team right now, but he doesn't really need them. Meanwhile, they're just trying to gang up on the Warlock right now, but they can't really do that with the Lifestealer in his face. But he's just trying to focus on the Warlock, but he's not going down. He's still got plenty of health remaining. He's still got a golem to drop. Wait, he's stunned up. Can they give him up in time? Yes, they can. God's Rebuke finds a kill. V-Tune fighting up, trying to bring down the OD. They've disarmed him. They've Lagooned him. They've brought that kill down. Urgon dead without buyback. Down goes the Mars as well. Wraith King will be able to find himself one kill onto Funnick on the backlines, but now DM is coming to deal with him right now. Not really sure he can do this on his own, though. He is a pretty tanky boy, and with the Spirit Breaker here just to see him out, bodyguard him through, he's going to be okay. But meanwhile, it's V-Tune and it is LeBron who have gone in deep and found the second kill on Simon there. That's a dieback from him. Costly losses.
They bought back the Centaur and the Warlock, but then again, that teamfight is very good for them, as they take down the OD with that Midas soft cooldown again.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but this is the problem that they have right now. They aren't really playing these teamfights correctly, even though they have ways of winning them. You can see where they failed. They pretty much make a big mistake at using the BKBs way too early, prematurely. And then as soon as the BKBs are down, they're out of position and they die. And when I say BKBs, I mean one specific BKB. That's the one on the OD. Has to be a little bit more careful about the way he uses it. But then again, it's the fact that there's a lot of kiting potential on the side of Aachen. There's the Centaur with Stampede, there's Halberd, so you can't just wait forever. It's not an easy game any longer.
The Halberd was super annoying that fight as well as he tried to. That was on the center, wasn't it? Yeah.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Nothing feels worse when you farm all game for your Black King bar, and then you're like, all right, I'm going to turn up to this fight, and then you get disarmed just a second before using it, and then you're just sitting there inside your BKB duration, just like watching all the enemy heroes just dance around in front of you, and you're like, I could be killing all of you.
Yeah, it definitely feels bad when you have your hands tied like that. Sometimes it feels good to have your hands tied, but not in that
That's the point I was
situation.
going to make.
Really? Sorry. I took it away from you. I was gonna make a pun there as well, but you told me.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, Aghanim's queued up for Centaur. He has the power booster. Lincoln's completed on Lina, so she can. Yeah, so she can't get power booster. Let's make 3-point boosters turn into power booster. Anyway, there's a smoke from Pavaga. Let's see. Can they do
they're all
anything
kind
with
of, they've
it?
formed like a line here. It's quite a cool formation, but I'm not sure how effective it's going to be. Mars going for a venture into the pit, and they will actually see the Lifesteal right now. Immediately unloads onto the Spirit Breaker, trying to chase him away, but Happy just gets up onto the high ground and gets himself to safety.
I love how he didn't
not
even
really.
try to-
Oh, here comes the arena. It's a pretty good one onto 3. They've managed to catch out the leader. Can they bring it down in time, though? No, because there's a golem on top of them. And now it comes to Lifesteal, but they will be able to get a kill onto the leader. But the two of them just going down so quickly. Can they survive this one? No, they can't. Goes down to Mars. Meanwhile, he's trying to get involved in this fight, but Urgon, despite the BKB, he's getting torn apart all the same. They're just bringing him down. It doesn't make a difference. The charge comes through. Funnick trying to fight up right now, and he's going to be able to limp himself away whilst the rest of his team gets to business. Both the heroes dead, Simon and OD, without buyback, and now they get tied on to Funnick as well. All right, Wraith King gets himself 1 kill, but now surrounded by heroes, he needs to make this work as the Spirit Breaker comes charging through. Warlock is a good target to go on right now. He might not have the golem, but he's still someone you want to bring down, but the Wraith King's just died twice. This is looking bad, going for a TP, but that's braver than brave. That might be edging into stupid. He's trying to get himself out of this one, but it's just not happening. He's got the charge, but can't
Even if
happen.
he charges, he's so slow there because of the upheaval and the changes to the way charge works. Anyway, yep, unfortunate for Pavaga, but this game is looking pretty much over. I believe it's on Aachen City Esports to just close it out right now.
Yep,
They
go for
have to
those
be
tier
careful
4s.
as OD is up in 20 seconds, and they don't have the Lina here too.
going tier 4? It's pretty low already,
guess-
but I guess they're playing extreme safety.
I think tier 3, and you're satisfied with that. You don't even go for Raxes here. You don't have the Lina. OD is coming back to life, and so is the Spirit Breaker. You probably go back. Yeah, there's the TP, and now Warlock might fall. Yeah.
Ooh, Warlock gets caught behind here. LeBron is in the house, but there's not much he can do about this this kill which is coming out. He's actually got himself charged, so he needs to be a little bit cautious. They have been able to kill the Warlock, and now the puck gets stunned up. Brought back into it by the Nether Strike as well. Silence, but he's got the Yules. He might be able to make his way out of this one. Oh, didn't fire the orb just before, but does manage to get the blink, and now the orb, and now Moon he gets himself away. That's not the Moon Lord. The Moon Lord's somewhere else.
That's not the Moon Lord, but that's his friend. So
Yeah, friends
they're
of the
all
Moon
Moon
Lord.
Lords.
Borrowing the power
Anyway,
of the moon to get himself out.
some mistakes there from Aachen City Esports. You could see that as soon as you know that Nyx is going to TP out, you should be very far away with Warlock. He wasn't. They catch him. Same goes with Puck, but Puck doesn't fall, so it's not too much of a deal. Then again, 50 seconds without Warlock. If Pavaga smokes up right now, goes for the pit or tries to make a play, that would be good for them because there's no rock on the other side. That's a huge team fight tool for Aachen City Esports, but they aren't really doing anything about it at the moment. Let's see, there's the smoke. It's a bit.
Here we go. Last hurrah.
Yeah, it's pretty much that.
Yeah, 20 seconds to make this play. 20 seconds to turn this game. The clock
Agonies on
is
Puck.
against
That
them.
guy is
They gotta make it
insanely
happen.
far.
And Kazalog does get a smoke popped, and this might be the end of this little smoke engagement here. And any engagement past this point now seems incredibly difficult.
I mean, there's a reason why you wrap around in those situations. You don't just straight go the way they did. You could see that LeBron knew exactly what they would try to do, and that's why he stood there on the high ground. Even if you go uphill, you aren't catching that puck. It's a puck, right? So,
Yeah.
we're positioning. When it comes to positioning, LeBron played that really well, while Pavaga messed it up a little bit. And they had that chance. It wasn't really the biggest chance ever, but they had it, and it didn't really work out for them. Now they have to just go back and defend, but there's a smoke, and this time man might be the first one that falls. They see him, he's dead.
Yeah, he's pretty dead, isn't he? He's a grim end for the grim stroke.
Well, it's not all over yet. They will fall back into the pit first, but
Radiant's bottom shrine is under
definitely
attack.
looking hard.
If you want to earn some money, you can bet £1 on Aachen City Esports right now and receive 1 penny if they win. Oh, then comes a golem. That is one dead Mars, completely annihilated. And now the core comes out onto one as well, just keeping that Wraith King still. That's all they need right now. They kill this Wraith King. The game's pretty much over. I can't really see them fighting into this right now as they fight up. LeBron comes through as well. They'll be able to take down the Wraith King. In comes the Spirit Breaker, slowly charging through the mud, only getting himself killed as well as just throwing another body onto the fire. The corpse pile is large, and it looks like this might be the end as Aachen coming in deep now, and they find the OD. He doesn't even have time to get that BKB off. He's just going to get killed. No chance to turn around and retaliate, even if he wanted to. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, and they're just going to let the throne fall. The buybacks are coming in. They're going to have 4 heroes up here. There's a possibility of defending right now as in comes Ergon. He's got the BKB. He's got the damage. Warlock, he's dropping low. He's dead, but he has to Warlock will get. But meanwhile, Wraith King, he's just gone in too deep. The Sanity's Eclipse won't do much to save him, so that is one dead Wraith King out of the game for a very long time. The Laguna played as well, and the GG is called. This one is over, and it will belong to Aachen City.
Yep, I mean, they played the lanes well, Pavaga Gaming, but they failed that one very strategical moment. They didn't play it right when they went back for the tier 2. I can't blame them because Puck did show himself mid around the tier 2 when they went back to defend their own tier 2 on the bottom lane, but that's how you lose games. You walk without smoke into an area that is warded by the enemy team, you get 4-man Centaur stomped into a 4-man Fatal Bonds plus Rock. I mean, that was perfect from Aachen City. It couldn't have went better, and their game just completely shattered in that point. They were ahead, everything was going well for them, but they also have these heroes that need to snowball, and they failed to do that. Now, Nomad. This is a best of 3, right?
Correct.
I need to light a fire. Is there a lobby up?
You need to light a fire.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of logs outside waiting for me to light them. I promised someone I'm gonna burn something up.
Okay, whilst you get rid of whatever evidence there is for your friend, we will jump into the next lobby. So we'll throw it over to Sam Ads quite quickly. And then we're going to need to be back for the next game in Pavaga Junior versus Aachen City Esports Club. Let's see if we can draw this series out and bring it to a game 3 where the Pavaga are going to crumble under the pressure. My name is Noman, he is Lizard, and we'll be back very shortly.
LOOT.BET. Made for live betting. LOOT.BET. Made for live betting.
Hello and welcome back to the LOOT.BET Season 1 Dota 2 League. My name is Nomad and joining me is the very handsome, muscular male known as Lizard. How's it going, dude? Oh yeah, the voice you expect.
Well, with that, it's kind of an intro. I have to be like, hello, I'm doing fine. How are you? How are you? Oh my god.
Remaining.
See, even his voice sends all the animals nearby into a frenzy whenever he walks down the street. Just get wolves and
That's one
bears
of
jumping
my
out.
dogs.
Yeah.
That's one of my dogs. So if she starts barking, I will mute myself.
Okay, all right. What's she barking about?
My mom just came home. Like she lives on the first floor. She just came home from work, and dogs go crazy when that happens. If I
Ah.
come home, it's the same stuff. So
Okay. Just very vocal, very
yeah,
loving.
they're very happy, very vocal. My
Yeah,
neighbors
good,
love
good.
them.
Yeah, I
Radiant's
bet.
team pick.
All right. So game number 1, a bit of a throw from Pavaga, you could say.
A bit of a throw at the same time.
A really nice
That
play
game
from Aachen.
proved to me that like I went into that game like this. If I was a betting man and if I was doing loot.bet sellout stuff,
Uh-huh.
I would have bet on Aachen City Esports because these guys, I know them for a longer time. They're like
5
your
seconds
veterans of the scene, and
Right.
they've also done fairly. Oh my dog agrees, and the other dog agrees as well. And they've done
Big
really
Aachen
well. In
fan.
yeah, they're big Aachen fans too. And Aachen has done really well in the last season. Well, not super well, but all right. Pavaga Junior, they're these boys, like they're not super new when it comes to stacks. They've been around for a while, and they've proven that
Radiant team
they can
back.
mess up these big stacks. They can win versus them. At the same time, you could see the lack of discipline and just strategy when it comes to their playstyle. Even though the skill is there, the talent is there. They won their lanes super hard. Well, not super hard, but they did well in the
They did
lanes.
pretty well, yeah.
And after the lanes, they caught Aachen City Sports off guard. They were doing some good moves, but it just did not
10
work out for them.
seconds remaining.
As I believe
Dire team back.
just the strategy and experience prevailed, and Aachen City Sports won in just by pure experience. That's all.
Radiant team ban.
So I don't know. Let's see what Aachen City Sports got in store for the second match. They go with the Dazzle Tiny. We see a lot of new heroes in this series. Not something that I've seen at all in the qualifiers. Well, Tiny here and there, but Dazzle Tiny definitely not. On the other side, Brewmaster and Bane as well, like heroes that I almost never see. So very interesting.
Yeah, the old Dizzle Tizzle combo coming out from Aachen. And Bane and Brew, it's pretty boring heroes, I'd say. Tiny's a super exciting hero, though. I always like seeing
10
Tiny play.
seconds
That's always some
remaining.
crazy stuff which is going to happen when there's a Tiny in the game. What do you rate his
Yeah,
Axe, by the way?
5 seconds remaining.
He runs around. He kills people. Of course, I love Tiny too. I hate when I'm a support though, when I'm playing against Tiny. That's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
Like you're just walking and you're asking yourself, is this it? Is this where I die? No. 2 seconds later, is this it? Is this where I die?
Team pick.
Bounty room spawns. That's where you die. 100%.
Yeah. He's ready. He's always ready. God, that hero sucks to play against, but he's super fun to watch. Yeah, I was asking what you thought of his Aghanim Scepter though, because seems to be
It's
this
good, it's
really
good.
interesting transformation in the hero.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I was screaming at my dog and I muted.
Oh, that's okay.
His Aghanims I like his Ags. Overall, there's a lot of people that don't buy it, but I think his Ags is legit. It deals a lot of damage. It's crazy with some items that you combo with it. It can take down supports, even cores, easily. By the way, what's the Twitch? Oh my god, what's the Twitch for this? Twitch
It's
TV.
twitch.tv/UCC League 5.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, I just want to join the chat and see if.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, all right, I'm in the chat now. We can
Yeah,
continue.
alright, cool.
Oh, you
cool.
know
They're
what's
chilling,
funny?
they're chilling.
You know what's
What's that?
good?
Radiant
My
team
dog found his duck toy, the one that makes like quack 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 quack.
Oh,
quack
that's what I can
noises.
hear in the background. Yeah,
Ah, you can hear it.
it's like really, really slight, and I reckon, yeah, the ambient sounds of the game's probably louder than the duck toy, but still, I'm just
It is so loud for me, man. Like I'm turned away from it. Microphone. I'm hiding the microphone with my hands, turning it away. But
Yeah, yeah.
10 seconds
Oh, I tried
remaining.
casting with my dog while I was dog sitting once. Never again. He was
5
just like,
seconds
and it was annoying because it's like slept the entire day until I started casting, and then he was like, "Oh, you're shouting at something. Cool, me too." I was like,
yeah. They're so stupid, but I love them.
yeah.
It's the same here.
So Magnus Ember Spirit, is that a combo?
It's a combo. It's a pretty good combo. Grimstroke Magnus Ember Spirit is also a really good combo, and they need a position 5, so City Esports might ban that out. But Magnus could be that position 5 or 4. Then Brew is offlane Ember mid, and they can finish up with
Dire
carry.
team banned.
That's more likely. Bounty Hunter.
Whoa.
All right. All right.
LeBron
So this
Bounty?
Dazzle is the Vitune. His Fanic definitely plays core bounty on offlane, definitely.
Yeah.
And we could see like a position 4 Tiny, position 5 Wyvern, and Dazzle mid. But their lineup is very.
10
It's
seconds remaining.
out there, like you can't.
5
don't know.
seconds remaining.
How can you say which lane they're going to? Like if I was Aachen City Esports, this is what I would do.
Radiant team
Dazzle mid
Right.
destroys Ember, but then
Yeah.
Pavaga is definitely thinking, let's pick something mid that can deal with Dazzle,
Right.
and then put Ember on the side lane, right? I
Uh-huh.
think that's there. So Dazzle most likely
Yeah.
is going mid for Aachen, but then it's going to play versus something that's not Ember.
Indeed.
Then you would put Tiny on 4, Wyvern 5, and Bounty offlane. I think that's how.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right,
And
cool. That was some intense talking there, but yeah, the Rubik's cube of the laning phase figured out by my Metzlers. Good job, nice analysis. So
Yay!
we'll pay
I did
you
it, Mom. I did it. I'm earning big monies.
in the big leagues now, boy. Slug banned out from Pavaga. No real surprises there. Pretty annoying hero for Magnus and Ember to play against because they can't do anything inside the leash. And of course, Ember Spirit, he can he can slide a fist from inside the leash, can't he? Now it was Roots which stopped him.
It's
before.
roots. It's roots that he can't slide out of anymore. Yeah, it
Okay.
was a stupid thing. Like, why would you be able to slide out of roots?
Yeah, I
That's so
don't
stupid.
know.
Like,
It was
for
just-
real.
Radiant team pick.
Just one of them fangs.
Yep. Let's see now.
Dire
Aachen, I guess
team
Carry is their last pick, and they go with the Bristle.
Obviously.
Slark has been banned out. Slark has been banned out. One of those heroes that actually go for Silver Edge, so Bristle back. I mean, Aachen City Esports lineup looks very awkward, very weird. At the same time, I think it makes a lot of sense what they're doing and how they're drafting. Is it like weird? It is, but I think it can work.
remaining.
So it's going to be Wyvern 5, Bounty
5 seconds
4,
remaining.
no, Tiny 4, Bounty 3,
Bounty is your
Dazzle
offlane, Dazzle
2,
is your
yeah,
mid.
and then
Yeah, Bristle is your
1.
carry, Tiny and Wyvern
All
are your
right, we figured it out. We figured it out. Pavaga, they're going to have Bane 5, Magnus 4.
Magnus
Brew
or
3.
Brewmaster 4. Either one can
okay,
work.
okay.
But most likely Magnus, because Brew, if he's played if Brew is a support, you usually play him as 5. You don't play him as 4 because you don't benefit from 4 Brew. And yeah, Void is going to be your safe laner, Ember mid laner, but that's already a big issue, I think, for Pavaga because they did not. I expected them to address this Dazzle pick and put Ember on safe lane. They didn't do that. They picked Void. I guess you can put Void mid, but he loses as well versus Dazzle. And the Ember
Yeah.
gets crushed. If this is Ember mid versus Dazzle, he's gonna get crushed, man. He's gonna be walked over. So I would not like to be in Ergon's what do you say? Shoes,
Position.
right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, in his shoes.
Shoes. shoes.
Wouldn't want to be wearing his loafers. No, I don't think I would either. But you know, maybe he's confident. You know, we've seen people just run at these lineups sometimes. Wait a minute. Oh wow, look at this guy. He's flexing so hard. He's got a divine rapier in one hand and a nunchuck in the other. I haven't seen anybody mix it up like that before. That's
Well, he's gonna need to mix something up because that lane, like I played Dazzle versus some Embers mid, and I would crush them. And I mean, I'm a god Dazzle. Then again, I'm shit on mid, you know. So
yeah, and I think DM plays Dazzle a fair amount as well. So I'm fully expecting big things coming out from DM this game.
yeah.
Maybe they put the broom mid, but then you got
Kazal is the offlaner. He's playing
yeah,
the
I
Brew.
know. Yeah.
You can still put him definitely, but no, I really like Aachen City's esports draft, what they've got, and if Bounty Hunter has a good start, I believe they can just run away with this game.
Yeah.
Then again, if they don't snowball out of control and finish this game, you are playing versus Magnus, Ember, Void. Empower with Ember and with Void is going to allow them to farm insanely fast early on, and they will scale very well. Also, one more thing, they just picked Void into Wyvern. I didn't even talk about that. So
That's a big question mark. Yeah, that's a big question
the
mark.
only
That's-
damage that you have in that chrono is physical, and you picked it into. I like their first draft a lot better, but let's see. Maybe they can make this work.
The thing, like, I feel like Aachen have a team which is just going to absolutely snowball if they get ahead in the laning phase.
Yeah.
And they've also got a team which looks like they're going to crush the laning phase. So everything looking pretty bad for our boys Pavaga right now, but let's see what they can pull out. Odds, fairly sure those are the wrong way around. I'll just flip them to be correct.
Well, look at that. Rock'em sock'em.
Rock'em sock'em. Consider
makes
saving
more
gold for
sense.
buyback. A well-timed buyback can turn a desperate defense into a swift turnaround.
Never save for buyback, because if you save for buyback, then you're not going to have your next Dagon upgrade, therefore you're not going to do enough damage to get kills, and therefore you're going to lose.
Want to see how pros play Dota? Check out the many Dota 2 tournaments taking place around the world.
Don't
You
do
might
that,
learn a few
definitely
new
don't do
tricks
that.
for your favorite hero. They can't see this when I alt-click, right?
Yes, they can. They can.
They can?
Yeah, watching Dota is very lame, though. Don't do it.
Oh, wait. I mean, the players can see it.
No, the players cannot see it.
Ah, alright. So, whatever. I was worried they can see it. I was like, oh my god.
No, they can't see anything we do unless we like all
Unless
chat.
we all chat, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But
I mean,
the other
that would be
casters
really
can
bad.
see it when you ping things. That should be. That should definitely be in the summer scrub.
You can see when I ping like this?
No, all the casters can see when you ping like an item or a spell. Like in the other channels, like the Chinese casters can see it. No, not when you draw the map, not when you ping, only when you ping like a spell or an item.
Come on.
There you go.
But if I ping, they don't know who's pinging, do they?
Well, it's just me
Yeah.
and I know who you're pinging.
Yeah, but you know, but everyone can see it.
No one can see it. No, only I can see that. It's when you do like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna piss everybody off and probably get told off in the lobby for this. But if you do, wait, what? It's not working.
Never mind. Just forget
Are they
about
disabled
it.
it?
I understood. If you talk to allies, everyone can see it, and not just you. Every
That's not
caster
working
can
for
see
me
it.
though. That's weird.
I
Alright,
got
whatever.
it.
Maybe if I do
Let's
that.
see.
Oh, there we go. Everybody sees that. Everybody sees that. Not the players.
Yeah, I get it.
Cool,
yeah.
cool.
LeBron and Phoenix take 2 bounties. Simon and Urara take 2 for their own team. So we have a 50-50 split.
Balance
No
all
one came
things.
ahead early on. Magnus rotating around mid. He has boots. He can kill the courier with skewer, so maybe that's his plan. It would be a decent thing to do versus Dazzle. Ember did a really good job when it comes to blocking the creep wave mid. I think he has a favorable position. But then again, he is playing versus Dazzle, and it's a spoopy lane. We'll see how well he'll be able to do.
Yep. See if he can keep his pants dry. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Funnick just having a nice time, taking some money with Janada, as well as playing around with the Void a little bit.
Yep, he's taking money while Tiny is collecting creep waves for him. Possibly Tiny will port away from here. He does exactly that. He ports back bottom. And it's so good because now he pretty much won 2 lanes. He's going bottom to help out his teammates on bot lane while he already did so much for the bounty who's going to get 2 creep waves now. And the waves will push under the tower most likely. Yeah, very well played.
Finding a lot of value in this Tiny pick right now.
Yeah, but PO65, he played correctly against it too, as he did not kill the creep wave, but he kited it, and because of that, the creep waves will collapse, and Bounty will not have that favorable equilibrium under his tower.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can just leave this Bounty Hunter absolutely solo, because despite the Sentry Ward, I don't think they've got any kill potential on Funnick right now. The best they can do is just harass him out of lane.
I mean, they have to harass him a lot,
Yeah,
then try for a kill.
6 armor, by the way. Just in case anybody was wondering if Bounty Hunter had a lot of armor. He does, for some reason.
Yeah. He definitely does. On that mid lane, Ergon is neck to neck, toe to toe with Dazzle, 11-1, 11-1, binary CS on the mid lane, but he has to invest a lot in region, and you can see Dazzle, he didn't even buy any extra region. He didn't even use the first ones. And Tiny is rotating about. He has the toss.
I want to see this guy attack with these cosmetics equipped though.
Wyvern. He's getting really low.
We're in first person. 1 second. There we go. All right, you can kill him now. Vecana up onto the high ground. I mean, Magnus is getting fairly low as well. Vecana can juke here. Oh no! Castle catches him out just in time. Yeah, they do get the at least 1 turnaround kill. Vecana so nearly making it happen there, but unfortunately the radius off that thunderclap just a little bit too big. It's kind of surprised it caught him there, but it is a
Look at
fairly
LeBron,
big
man,
radius.
by the way. Completely zoning out the Ember Spirit. He can't approach this lane. I don't think LeBron needs to be on the mid lane. This lane is already completely DM favored. You don't have to help the Dazzle here. You can help other lanes out. He wasted a lot of time here. But then again, Ember is level 4, has nothing absolutely, and is forced into the jungle. So in that way, he definitely did well.
Yeah, I think that's what LeBron was kind of looking for, though. He was like, I want you to go to the jungle. I want you to just realize that you cannot lane here, and then I'm going to follow you into the jungle. And now I'm going to follow you into the lane. I'm just going to follow you everywhere.
No, they need, like, this lane is done. Ember is done already. Tiny should leave because he's leeching experience.
Who's got the...
Bottom tower is under attack.
There's some
Look at that
weeb stuff
banner.
happening there, and I don't want to look
I'm not looking at the weeb. I'm looking at the
dog.
The dog, yeah. The cute doggo.
Shinoiba, right? Shiba Inu.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, Shiba Inu.
Shiba Inu. Alright, yeah. It looks good.
Teeny weeny face. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, he's going a couple of CS in mid. He's allowed to see some creeps. He doesn't know what to do with them. He's like, what are these things? I haven't seen them in so long.
I haven't seen a creep in ages.
Forgot what they look like. And I also got to see him attack with his little thing. So it's interesting as well because one of them makes the clonking noise, which Brewmouse has, and one of them makes the slicing noise.
Yeah, one see slide, one see clunks, or what?
It seems like it's all clunks,
clunking all
actually.
the
He's just clunking.
Well, he has his bottle. That's something. Not great. 14 CS versus 29, so doubled by DM. But then again, Tiny was mid a lot, so
Yeah.
they
I
are
really unloaded
looking to
onto
dive.
the brew there, but yeah, he just ran away.
Funnick might snatch that bomb. Oh, Funnick, my friend, you done goofed. He messed up so hard there.
He's just stuck in the middle.
Yeah, he attacked Bane instead of just shadow walking and stealing 1 bounty. But then again, he did steal some gold. 40 gold stolen.
Win
but
for him.
It's not worth. It's not.
Get out of here, team.
He should have taken 1 bounty at least.
Yeah, yeah, and
That's
also
what-
Happy was able to steal one as well. Wow, that is deep. He's going in for it here, VTune. He needs to cancel this south, and he will be able to do so. And, well, Kezel's trying to just turn this one around, and VTune might actually die for this. He does. It's probably
But
a
he doesn't
win
give a lot. No
for
experience.
him,
given.
yeah. VTune's happy
It's
with
hard.
it.
Yeah, he's definitely happy with that. A little bit too aggressive there, but definitely happy with that. It was alright.
Meanwhile, Funnick's just happy chilling up out here in the top lane. He's having a nice time. Hasn't really been zoned at all by Pio and Simon. He's been playing really nice with the creep aggro as well.
Yep, he's doing quite alright on this bounty. Has level 3 Janada now to work with. This is not the best position 3 bounty hunter game
Get that
when
gold.
it comes
Get
to
that gold.
when you
Oh,
look at
yeah.
these heroes, you know. But it's alright, it's good. Usually when you're playing bounty hunter 3, you want to have these supports that
Get
you
that
can
gold
just
again.
two-shot.
Get that gold. Get that gold. Come on.
Gold.
Never stay.
Go, get it. Get your gold.
Flames
Go
will
for it.
spread thrice.
Get him.
Get
Oh,
it.
Tiny's here now.
Get it.
Janada him.
Oh, toss him in so he can steal his gold. Ooh, gets bashed. He knows
Yep.
he's got a sentry there. I don't know what Tiny does here, to be honest. I kind of haven't really felt like Tiny's done much this game. He had a really good, like, kind of first 30 seconds, and since then he kind of just been taunting around the map.
Yep. I mean, sometimes the game is like that.
You know?
I guess he was a little bit too eager to zone out the Ember on the mid lane. If he was a bit more patient, if he waited for Dazzle to get the wave back and then rotated in, he could have killed the Ember. But what he did was also really good. He just zoned him out completely. Bottom lane, Brewmaster might be dead again. Let's see if they manage to catch him.
I mean, they've
Yeah,
got
they
the
have.
nasal gook stacking up
Yeah.
on him right now, getting covered in the snot of V-Tune right now. DM's coming over as well just to make it a nice, easy one. Look at all that anti-armor as well, smashing him down.
Yeah, a lot of minus armor there, plus the Dazzle with Poison Touch as well. That Dazzle is going to have Necro very soon. Ember is level 6, so he should be fine.
It's a bad juju with a viscous nasal goo. Wow, this is such an obnoxious effect, actually.
I mean,
The
their
flame gun?
lineup, when you look at it at first, it looks very bad, but when you think about it a little bit, the draft is very solid.
Who? Aachen.
Aachen, yeah. There isn't really a whole lot Pavaga can do, and they don't really have a proper answer to this Bristleback. That's also a problem. Plus the Bristleback plus Wyverns, like you aren't killing that hero later on.
No.
Eknar's messing up the pulls, try to double stack, missed both stacks. Happens. Top lane we do have the level 6 on Phonic as well, so probably going to start searching for kills now.
Also,
This
Simon's
bounty
been like piling down these like sentry wards without actually doing anything to Funnick. Like I feel it's just a huge waste of gold. Not only are you
It's a
getting your
waste-
gold taken by the bounty hunter, but you're just not doing anything with.
Not only the waste of gold, but the waste of time as well. And Kazel is wasting his life once more. That's that Brewmaster.
God. V-Tune, he's just running them down right now. He's having a crazy good time. And now they look towards the Magnus as well.
they're
However, the
looking
rest of
towards the stacks instead.
oh yeah, hello. That's a lot of gold, and they'll be going pretty quickly there. And they're just tipping him. They're just tipping him. Look at them.
They're all porting in though.
Yeah, they're looking to protect these stacks, but the stacks are already gone. And, well, time dilation thrown out into the air.
Oh, they're going back in.
Ekenart, he's up on the high ground right now. You can't really chrono this one. Although he is actually able to attack him from the low ground. So Ekenart will actually fall here. And now the chrono spear comes down. It's on to 2. It's already been an equal trade so far, but now Pio realizes that he needs to get out of this one. But he's just being chased. DM, he's got the haste for it. He doesn't even need it. It runs out, but he gets the kill all the same. And now toss forwards on to Simon. Gets another one. That is 2 heroes dead, making it 3 kills over here for Aachen City Esports. Wow.
Yeah, the only upside for Pavaga there is the fact that Bounty Hunter wasn't there with the track gold, and that Brewmaster was getting some levels on the top lane, so he should hit his level 6 soon. But you just lost the team fight next to your shrine with your chrono committed, and you lost the stacks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not really
it's
a silver
looking
lining.
grim again. They're executing this lineup on the side of Aachen City Esports exactly how it should be executed.
10-minute bounties. Ekenart trying to block up Kazel and go for this one. Might be able to do so, does, but now gets himself sat on by the Ember Spirit and by Kazel here. So he's going to die for this, but, you know, well,
Worth. Yeah, definitely.
Simon also getting chased down here, and he
He's
managed to steal a double damage rune.
Well, they stole his life. He
Maybe
stole
less
the
worth, but
Dire's bottom tower is
There's Necros on DM right now, so we will see him pushing in this mid tower with them. He's gonna pop the Necronomicon any time now, any second now. Go for the tower.
push it.
Never ask a Wyvern why. Never ask a Wyvern why what. Is this like some sexual joke? Is this an innuendo or
Doesn't mind immediately go there. Of course it's not a sexual joke.
Of course
There's
it's
no
not.
sexual jokes in Dota. It's a PG-13 game.
What do you mean there's no joke? There's definitely some jokes.
Oh yeah, that's actually one I picked. I like hadn't noticed for ages. Oh look at this, trying to save the M. What a hero! Tiny's just like, get out of here. No, I think it was trying to throw one of the spirits and stuff.
Like, why do you think Shaker says I'm gonna pound you? Like, come on, man.
What? He's just saying he's gonna like beat him down into the ground. He's an Earth Shaker, dude. What's wrong with you?
That makes no sense. I never say that.
I say I'm gonna pound my friends all the time.
I never tell that to my friends.
You don't?
To my girl, I do, but not to my friends.
Need some bros, dude. Meanwhile, they're still trying to fight this one, kind of, as the toss comes forward. He's on to Castle here. Castle, though, he's got the shrine. He's healing up nicely, but Funnick's still chasing. He's gonna... Well, throw him in again.
Well, toss
Go on,
again.
2,
Throw
1.
him.
Throw him.
Throw him, LeBron.
Throw him. Get him. LeBron goes for the dunk. There it is. Unfortunately, they now realize that they may have just made a horrible mistake, although they actually cancel one of the
There's
TPs.
Wyvern
Po's still closing the gap. He's got the Chronosphere if he wants to use it. Maybe tempted, and there's the Winter's Curse. Kind of come through. That's an easy kill into the Brewmaster. Now, big 5-man Chrono, but... where's the follow-up? There is none. And now the Winter's...
anything.
okay,
There we
they
go.
get one. They get one. Simon's coming in from the side as well. Might be able to get Econard as well, maybe. Yep, there we go. Pio gets a double, but now might be falling, but trying to get himself away here. One put to sleep. The other inside the grip. Beautiful play from the Bane, and now the RP can come through as well to secure the kill onto Funnick. Aachen getting a little bit carried away here. TP out from the Magnus should make it out okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Pavaga showing some teeth there. They do lose the fight quite convincingly, but then again, they do take down Funnick, and they play some. They did some spells correctly there. They didn't just lay over and die once again. So it's good. It's good. I like this. Hello, Dragon Drop in the chat. Shout out to Dragon Drop. Man, like, you know, KP asked me to cast this with him, and I said, no, I won't be here. Then Dragon Drop asked me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I won't be here. Then you asked me, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll cast with
Right,
you.
we get it. You're popular. Oh, right.
and then I realized that I can cast with everyone, and I just went back to them, and I'm like, yeah, I'll cast with you guys. Let's go. But I still might say no to a couple of days of KP, I'm not certain. Anyways, VTune did try to go on PO on this bottom lane, but...
we missed that.
Yeah.
We're enthralled by a lovely story.
Yep. VTune just chilling on this bottom lane, pushing in, going towards a pipe actually after the Vanguard. They do have some magic damage, I guess, so it does make some sense. I wouldn't mind seeing some Halberd or SNY on him. Some physical damage that they are lacking. Atos is being built by DM and finished actually, so they are considering that catch is their weakest point at the moment. So
They're looking to fight around Econar right now. He's giving them the runaround in the trees. Now they look over towards the Void. Void, he's got no chrono. He needs 3 seconds if he wants to be able to get it off here. Winter's Curse comes out to hold him still. Meanwhile, the split comes out of the backlines from Kerr. They're going to come forward now. Void finished off, though. Now in comes the ultimate from Simon, holding still the Bristleback. Do they have enough damage to bring him down? No, they do not. The heals are coming through, and then comes a cold embrace as well. Econar positioned perfectly in the trees to keep his team alive. In comes the split, but it's about to run out, and after it's run out, what are you going to do, Castle? What is the plan? He's trying to run himself away, but the entrance comes in. The toss as well. It's too much damage coming through onto the Brewmaster. He's getting run down, and that's going to be a kill going the way along with the Void. And Simon, well, you need to get yourself up onto the high ground right now, but the toss comes in. LeBron with the dunks, and that's going to be another one up on the high ground. A track kill out that as well. Beautifully done by Aachen as they just get this gold coming in, using that track money to make themselves some cash.
Easy money. And this is why I like the Bristle pick. It allows them to be YOLO the way they are. You know, you just run in with Bristle and you won't die. So you just follow up with Bounty, with Dazzle. This is a very nasty lineup to play against. You can't fight them. There is absolutely no way. You need a couple of items. I mean, it is possible. Like, the only way you win teamfights if you're Pavaga, I think, is if you just kill Eknard first, the survivor, and then you use your Chrono and Ravage somehow, and sorry, RP somehow. It's possible, but you need to take down Eknard. If you don't kill this Wyvern, you most likely aren't killing anyone. he has Cold Embrace to work with, Winter's Curse to work with. No mana to work with right now too.
Well, he's just dumping it in this middle lane before he goes back, it looks like.
There's Regen on top lane if he knew that, but sadly he doesn't.
Make a long walk for no reason.
Yep. Because
What
he's a position
item-
5 and didn't buy wards. He should buy some wards. That's what I think. Get it?
Yeah, he's suffering from his own greed here. You know how the new Juggernaut cosmetic has like a Hyperstone in the belt, right?
Yeah.
Have you got any items you want to see in the game? You know, like maybe give someone some fancy phase boots or...
Fancy phase boost to someone, to everyone. Everyone is buying phase boots in this game right now. Just check the cores in this game. Funnick has one, Brittle has one, Void doesn't.
No, but I mean,
alright.
as a cosmetic, do you want to see any heroes rocking the phase boots? Maybe Tiny with a
Yeah, I
lovely pair of
understood your
purple boots
question.
on?
I understood
right,
your
right.
question. I understood your question. I'm just saying that everyone likes phase boots, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe give them to Ricky.
It'd be in
Yeah,
keeping
they
with the
would-
color scheme.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm saying
true,
it. Or
that's true.
Void. I guess Void or Ricky, it would fit their purplish thing. I mean, they would
Very
look really
fashion
bad.
conscious of you.
Give. No, I mean it's not really fashionable. They would look really bad, all purple. But whatever.
These big shiny boots and
Give them to Bane.
give him some stockings as well.
Put 4 phase boots on Bane's feet, on his like
His
limpy little
dangly
legs.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever he has got there.
Nubules.
Yeah.
Nubbins.
Oh, Roshan is going to fall so fast here. Look at that.
Yeah, the anti-armor strats coming in. They've got a medallion, they've got bad juju, and they've got the goo as well.
The Juju, the Gugu, the Boo Boo, they've got everything.
Every ooh you could ask for. He's dead. He's dead. Roshan is gone, and the Aegis gets claimed by V2 as they now smoke up and look for some action right now. Bane was like, oh, I don't want to be here anymore. Trying to run himself away.
Well, they're hitting this point in which I believe they need to pressure them super hard. And remember when I said that in that last game, that the game can be broken in half and Pavaga can lose it, even though they were doing really well. I think the same can be applied for Aachen City Esports right now. If this Bristol dies a few times in the next few minutes, they could lose this game easily. If he doesn't, if they just hide behind him, heal him with Wyvern, with Dazzle, this game is very simple. The execution is by default so easy for Aachen City Esports. That's why the win probability is so high for them too.
Yeah.
I have no
say,
idea if win probability is high, by the way. I don't know even how to click on that.
Yeah, it's
How high is it?
1.1 for Aachen, and it's the win probability. Sorry, it's
In the game,
69% for Aachen.
it's not super high.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
But it's a meme number
Any-
though, which we always appreciate.
69, oh my
Oh yeah,
God.
one of the naughty lines in Dota was one where Slark says, "I haven't spawned yet" after he died, and for a while I didn't really get that one. And then
Yeah.
when you think
Yeah.
about how fish work, it's kind of like, oh, it's
Yeah, he
basically-
didn't have sex yet. He's still a virgin.
Well, that's very frank terms you put it in there. Some of the younger viewers might be offended, but yes. That's
What
the
do you
idea of
mean? Is sex a bad word?
it. Yeah,
Really?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Okay, I'll stop saying it. My bad. I didn't even know. Really, like, don't you learn that in school?
Well, we do, but it's still like hush hush taboo. You know, you don't really talk about it that much. Oh,
I mean-
Void! What?
Void is dead.
Void
Don't
is
talk
dead.
about him much. Hush,
We're
hush.
having more popular.
Hush,
more-
hush. It doesn't matter. Just watch mid lane. That's all.
Where is he?
That's
He's,
all we care about.
On an adventure. Ember Spirit rooted up. No, he's out of here. No Sleight of Fist out of that one, but can still just wait it out with the Pyre Remnant. But look at them all. They're all so sick. They're covered in stuff. They're tracked. They're gooed. They're anti-armored. They're bad jujued. They're generally
Yeah,
pretty
it's
depressed.
difficult. It's difficult. And their Void is dead, so you can't really approach them.
They couldn't kill
this
Bristol
is-
back before, and now he's got an Aegis and hype. He's just a tanky boy. Trying to get this split off right now. We'll be able to do so pretty easily if he wants to, but then kind of changes his mind on the whole matter. It's like, well, actually, there's not much point, is there?
Yeah. They already lost the side, so they give up on it. Magnus snatches the top 2 bounty runes, which is a small plus for them. Overall, if you're Pavaga, you need to find a way to approach them and fight them. You need to find a way to kill the Wyvern. If you kill the Wyvern, then perhaps you can fight afterwards. This game is definitely not unwinnable for them, hence the 69% win rate. There is definitely a way for Pavaga to take it, but it is very, very difficult if they are playing when Aachen Esports are in full strength, in full force, and positioned properly. You need to, like right now, they needed to catch them. When Wyvern is apart from their team, you know that their next objective is going to be on that bottom lane. That you saw them move. So because of that, you should have done something about it. You should have caught someone out.
Yeah, I feel like the call is just to wait for this Aegis though, but that's such a long time, a minute 30 still. That is going to be another lane.
Yeah, they're waiting for Aegis and Blink on Magnus. That's what they're waiting for. I respect that, but at the same time, I don't, because we'll see if that works out for them or not. They have the BKB, they have the Blink, they have to fight now.
Yep. Climbing up that staircase, much as if you want to, you can climb the ladder off the betting. That's right, on LOOT.BET. There's a weekly ladder. You can earn like MMR points in your betting. It's pretty cool. Get yourself some items. The higher the ranking you are, the cooler the skins you get. Yeah, good luck betting MMR. We 2019 now. I mean, when the backlines have actually got the grip onto the Winter Wyvern, this could be costly, as DM is actually brought down. No Wyvern there to save him. Now the Winter's Curse does come through onto the Beast Monster, but he's stuck. Oh, he's going for the TP out. The TP out will come in successfully, but they do defend this high ground right now.
Very well played. I said that they need to kill the Wyvern before they get anyone else, but controlling the Wyvern also. And they actually catch two big targets. They control the Wyvern, and they kill off the Dazzle, so they can't save each other. That was very well played by them. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The game isn't over yet. Aachen City Esports can definitely throw it. It's very difficult, and still I think it's very unlikely that they will throw such a big lead. 22 minutes in, they're 10k ahead, but it is possible. I've seen worse games.
Okay, but let's just put a scenario here, right? Say you had 10 quid, right? And you go onto LOOT.BET, and they're matching your bets right now, right?
Oh
so you'd put on 20
God,
quid,
okay.
right?
All right.
And it's it just dropped, but it was a 9.2 betting odds for Pavaga.
Listen.
So you put in that 20 quid, and that's times by 9.2. I mean, I don't do maths, but that's a big number. I'm just saying. Would you do it?
I don't bet.
No.
But if I was a betting man,
If you're a betting man.
if I was a betting man, I still would do it. But if I was a betting man and a very risky betting man, then I would do it. There we go.
There we go.
Maybe.
There we go. We got no. You would consider it.
I would consider it. I would consider doing that.
That's all.
Also, Bounty Hunter is considering an Orchid, as he has 2 Oblivion staffs and the recipe in his backpack right now.
Yeah. 10 gold until he's got the full orchid up for him.
Yeah.
He's actually got a lot less gold than I thought, but I guess they haven't had that many kills.
Yeah, he's just, this is like a bounty hunter. You have a good laning stage, but you need to start getting kills. You need to start hitting people with Junada, but there's no one to hit. So your position 3 bounty hunter suddenly feels like a position 4. I've seen this happen, and it happened to me so many times. I really like bounty hunter. I played him on offlane too, and it can happen sometimes.
Look at
like
Vitune right now though. Like, he's got his team mind, I'm sure, but it still looks crazy the way he's just running at the enemy team
They're
on their
doing
high
the same
ground
thing
right
again,
now.
though. They're trying to rotate from behind.
Yeah. And if they can pull off the same thing as before, well, they actually make them play, but it's them onto Simon, just picking off that bend. He tries to go for the pickoff onto the Winter Wyvern, and now the Wyvern's still here, live and kicking. Meanwhile, Vichian's just causing chaos on the front lines, trying to chase people down, and just basically, well, he's not even trying to chase anybody down, he's just sitting here. Just sitting here, gooing on people, quilling on people, doing whatever he wants. And now the split does come out from the Panda. And they've kind of got Vichun a little bit slow from his team. They're trying to go for the team instead as the silence comes down onto the void. This could be bad. He wants to go for the Chronos Sphere. That's not the BKB. Chronos Sphere does come down. They're going to be able to kill themselves with the Tiny, but now the RP comes down to the backlines as well. There is not going to be a Wyvern to turn this one around for them. They're still trying to fight up here as they bring down Funnick. I don't think this is ending well for Aachen right now. Another one bites the dust as DM does take the fall. Kazzle, the one return kill as they get the ultimate onto the Bristleback. The Fiend's Grip will hold him down and get the kill. Somehow Pavaga managed to turn it around. I say somehow. We saw how it happened. They just used their spells. RP on the back lines, Chrono on the front lines, BKB on the void. Everything came off just as it needed to for them, and Aachen get wiped.
That's it. That's pretty much it. I believe both teams have done the same thing. they've done the same mistake in that last game. You could see the way Pavaga threw, and in this game, I think this is a big throw by Aachen right now. It's not only a throw; it's the way they played. In this situation, when you're pushing like this, you need to commit your tiny. He needs to dive super deep, and you need to be on the aggressive. You can't let them hunt you down like the way they did and use their chronos. Bristleback. The problem with Bristleback jumping in and not tiny is the Bristle can slowly damage you, right? But he can't blow you up.
Yeah.
And while he's chasing you, the rest of your teammates need to be behind him. So your Dazzle is following the Bristle, your Wyvern is following the Bristle to save him in case something happens, to use the heals, to whatever, you know? And that puts them out of position. And because of that, they die. So overall, a pretty bad fight for Aachen City. They get wiped. There's a BKB now on Ember. Void suddenly has Mjolnir going towards the Butterfly with the BKB. Suddenly that Bristle isn't looking scary, and you are feeling the pressure if you are Aachen City right now. You're feeling
Absolutely.
very pressured. You need to instantly go back and try to fight again because your heroes are not good later on. You have Dazzle and Bristle cores. You aren't going to scale, and this is what I was scared. We will go into the game 3 if game is just default played out. They need to outplay them now. They need to catch them with these orchids, with some pickoffs from LeBron. I believe also LeBron has to do quite a lot in this game now. Before this moment, it was a simple game from him. Just chill out, chill around, try to break the grip from Bane. From now on, he needs to farm. He needs to transform himself into a core later on too.
And they're on a vision right now, Aachen. They are very much being seen by this ward from the Dire. Pause comes out. No reason given, but still gives them a bit of time to think about how they want to react to this push coming up as they're trying to go for these shrines. Still trying to force Pavaga into a position where they need to fight them, because of course, if they don't, then there's no way back into this game for the time of Aachen. It's very all in. They never plan on losing a fight this game, so pressure it really is on them right now, as you say.
I mean, you have a core Ember and a core Void with Magnus. Eventually, you will deal so much that even a Wyvern and Dazzle won't be able to save you. And it's not like Aachen, as you said just now, it's not like Aachen have these super strong, well-scaling cores. You have a Dazzle and a Bristle. That's the problem. But you have, at the same time, you have Bounty and the Tiny, and these two should be able to perhaps help out.
doesn't have a run up. He's going to have to go to the trees here. LeBron still chasing, but he's
got
running out of
BKB.
spells. Yeah, BKB, TP away, no toss available.
Yeah, it doesn't even work anymore, I think, right?
Yeah, true, they changed it.
Yeah, it's been changed. Yep, I'm just waiting to see how this next team fight pans out. If it happens that Pavaga contest them here in the pit and win this fight, this game is over. Pavaga will win it. If they don't, then the game can go either way.
Alright, scans out onto the Roche pit. They might be trying to make a play here. Faces Void. He's just picked up this Reaver as well. It's currently in his backpack, but that's because he's getting out the full ingredients for the Satanic. It could be a really good time for them to fight, but Roshan, it's not going to last much longer. They need to do something about this now, especially with his double damage rune on the Bristleback.
They're late already.
Yeah, they're not going to make it in time. They seem to have just accepted the fact that this isn't going to go their way.
They definitely could have contested. They have all their ultis up. I don't really know why they didn't. Satanic isn't really worth it waiting for, as your Ember could be around. He could have poked the pit. He could have slide fist in with the Shivas. Like, you could have delayed that pit easily if you were in position. They just gave a glimmer of hope, I believe, to Aachen City. And for all the viewers, Aachen City, you see that they're 6k ahead, but that does not mean a lot in this game because of the way their heroes work.
I feel like one more push for Aachen is going to decide everything. I mean, it's already pretty one-sided, but they maybe have one more go at this high ground. If they can get themselves a pick up beforehand, then that would be absolutely perfect. LeBron, that's on him, and on Funnick as well.
They have the cheese and Aegis now, so
yeah,
it's a little bit easier. That Aegis will allow this Bristle to just go alone without anyone helping him. So perhaps you can put the Bristle and let him attack the Raxes all alone while no one else is around. But then again, they're pushing this low, pushing this bottom lane, which is really difficult versus Void and Bane. They can always wrap around. Same goes for Magnus.
And that's where they failed twice before, and they might make it number 3 here. And also Void with the Satanic as well. It's really annoying to play against because everything with the bristles poking out, the nasal goo, the quill spray, they're really not very long duration, and with a 30% reduced duration, it gets much harder to build up these quill sprays. And look at Void just coming in and laying into Vici, and he's not the scared little Void he once was before. Look how I've changed. Post-breakup, but Veiled Sword comes out, immediately purging off the sides. He can go for the Chrono if he wants to right now, but not onto the Aegis target. That would be silly. They're just holding back. The Necro units just being sent in to die immediately. That's 200 gold for the Void already. And Bristleback on the front lines here, locked down a little bit. Does need to be a little bit careful. He's also been enfeebled up. No wraparound attempts thus far. Look at the Tiny just guarding this side of the map. He doesn't want to see anybody trying to go like this again.
Yeah, he's positioning himself really well. While Bristle is going for the range axes, but he's very slow.
Front lines right now, in comes the Avalanche, in comes the toss, but it's not enough damage to bring down this Tiny. Load Sword comes out, allowing them both to be used up into the air. They're focusing on the Tiny right now. This is a big target, and he's going to get brought down. No, actually the Grave comes out, the RP onto one. Winter's Curse in response as well. They're backing themselves out. The BKB on the Void, it's going to end. This could be bad if I can find an opening right now. Both the so many people dead right now as Ekenhart brings Sport down as well. This is your big Winter's Curse out of the fight. Vanek getting dropped low. He's got to get himself away. He's actually tracked himself up from the Lotus Orb as Void gets a Chrono onto 2. Bringing down the Dazzle. The cheese comes out. Isn't enough. DM trying to keep himself alive, but he's just getting pounded on by these Pavaga heroes right now. He's rooted up. He's got the Grave, but all it's going to do is delay the inevitable. And then comes the Wyvern, but the toss. They're trying to keep him alive. Can they actually do it? No, surely not. Another Grave comes out. Dazzle is still alive. The Void just uselessly pounding into him, but finally Ergon finds it with a sleight of fist. DM falls, and it is another successful high ground defense from Pavaga as they will finish off V-Tune as well here, I believe. I mean, Arcanart's still hanging around, trying to do something to this Void right now, but there's just no Quill Sprays coming out onto him. Again, you see these stacks, they're just not coming off. Allows him just to happily sit here and just whack away at this Bristleback with no real consequence. V-Tune, he comes back to life, and it will take them a while, but eventually he will get his bread toasted by the side of Pavaga Jr.
And this is pretty much the point that happened in the last game as for the other side. But this is the point in which Aachen City Esports, I don't think they have a chance anymore. Pavaga will just clean them up. They might delay it on the side of Aachen. It might be a little bit slow, but eventually Pavaga should take this game easily. Also, what I have to say...
Sorry, go on.
Also, what I want to say is when Void was picked, I said you picked Void into Wyvern, and that's a fair point from me, but at the same time, I need to take that back because they didn't only pick it into a Wyvern, they picked it into a Bristleback, and time dilation just destroys Bristle. They need something against that, as he isn't able to do any damage in these fights. He's
time dilation and the Satanic, it just makes it such a good matchup for the Void. I don't think I've seen this before, but it's destroying the poor guy.
Yeah, he's just not using Bristle at all. Like, Quill Spray isn't there. Quill Spray is on 11 seconds cooldown. You're useless. Your position 1 is absolutely useless. And no, Shaker can't jump forward Ravage.
Okay.
He gets Ravage. Yeah.
But can you get tossed over Ravage?
Huh. I think not as well. I think you get Ravage too. Doesn't matter. If you're fire flying over Ravage, you still get Ravage. So doesn't matter how high in the sky you are, you will get Ravaged.
There's some things which you can go over though, isn't there?
No, what?
Like Arena of Blood you can go over.
Arena of Blood? No, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can go over Arena of Blood, but there is nothing that goes over Ravage, as much as I know.
The tentacles, they reach all the way up into the sky. Meanwhile, the push coming in from Pavaga right now. Ergon with the front lines. He's got that BKB popped, but still trying to fight up right now. V-Tune, he's happy to chase him down, doing a fair amount of damage as they're chasing back Pavaga right now, and then comes a Nightmare to put an end to V-Tune's chasing. But actually, the Dazzle says, no, my friend, go, keep on chasing. I will take that DD. Nightmare for you. Yeah, that could belong to the Void. Void has got a DD, he's got a Chronosphere as well, but being very cautious with it right now. Doesn't really want to just throw down a Chrono when there's this Wyvern in the game.
Yep. I mean, they defended, but it's more like Pavaga is just playing it in a disciplined way. They go back, they regroup, they get their forces back up, and then they'll push.
Yep.
That's for me.
Not letting the seductive looks of this DD rune getting the better of them. Keeping their heads on straight. Smart guys. Vici he's... Ah, he's got the guy behind him TP'd out. Never mind. Never mind.
Sorry?
Oh no, I was just watching V-Tune as he ran down a lane with 3 heroes in it, but one of them TP'd away, so he is absolutely safe.
Someone just turned on the power saw next to my house. So I have,
Okay.
so I have dogs, power saws. I have that dog toy that my dogs are playing with.
Yeah, it's
a very noisy environment. I mean,
it's like whenever you're in that like a pub game, and then you ask if someone's got a mic, and then someone comes in with like
yeah, I know.
eye-wateringly loud music and like so much static that you think they must be trapped in an 80s TV set. And
Yeah. There's always one with a very crackling,
yeah,
and the one with just. I actually haven't heard anyone play me music in a really long time.
no, it's kind of died out a bit.
It's died out definitely. I remember people would always play music when
Yeah.
they turn on the mic. You know.
Mute me if you don't like. And it's like, okay,
Of course you don't like it. You never like it.
it's not my music.
Yeah.
That one guy the other day was like whispering, like flat out whispering, just the entire time.
Maybe his mom was sleeping in the other room or in the
Yeah,
same
or the
room.
same
You
room.
never know.
Well, I used to play with a guy whose girlfriend would sleep in the same room. They had to whisper the entire time, and every time like a big fight happened, he'd shout, and then she'd wake up, and then they'd have an argument. Good times.
Why doesn't she go to a different room? Leave the man alone. What the?
Well, I think they had a very small flat.
Oh, feels bad. Just break up then.
Just break up, lol.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's not letting you play those. Break
it
up.
would fix the issue at hand. You're right.
Well, the game did slow down quite a lot. Then again, I believe Pavaga, they don't need to slow it down this much. They're being way too disciplined. They should go ham, take objectives, out push lanes, push this bottom lane that LeBron is playing on, and then just go ham. You have a huge power spike if you're Pavaga, and if you let Aachen City Esports, if you give them like 5 more minutes, I'm not saying that Aachen City Esports is going to win it. There's no big crucial items that they're waiting for, but this is the time for you. If you're Pavaga, you're really strong right now, and you can just take any objective that you want to. So there's no reason to wait. The more time passes, I believe, the more hectic the game becomes. Some items are going to come out from Aachen City Esports, and there's a chance that they just outplay you. Right now, they can't outplay you. You're just way too difficult to outplay because you have everything you need, and they don't have anything.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
And actually, Bristol is going for Octarine. He's
Yeah.
not buying BKB. I understand you don't want BKB, but no BKB, no Lotus versus time dilation. Is there any way to clear that? There isn't, right? So Bounty Hunter went for full Bloodthorn, but this Bounty Hunter is just sitting on the sidelines every single fight. He has 1500 HP and 23 armor. So like, he needs this BKB as soon as possible. He's not able to fight. Bloodthorn is all cool, sounds great, big item. You invested, how much is it? Like 8k gold? You invested 7.2k gold in an item that's basically a silence. Mid lane, V-Tune.
He's hanging. He's hanging.
Yeah.
There's not got any break for V-Tune, which is interesting. I feel like,
Yeah,
it's
no one
valuable.
buys Silver Edge. That's the thing. No one buys
Yeah.
Silver Edge.
You can get on Mag.
Yeah, you can buy it on Mag perhaps, and on who else? On Slark, but you don't have Slark, so.
Normally.
Well, coming up to on the 40th minute right now. As you say, the game's really starting to drag out now, and Tiny, he's got the Chrysalis. Are we going to see the items coming out next?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, crit is usually the thing you buy before echo and crit, and then you have
Yeah, the precursor.
that Agnums. Yeah, that's crazy amount of damage. So this Tiny, I said it before. It's on Tiny and Funnick to change the way this game would usually go. Like
Yes.
to mess with the default outcome of
Oh,
the game.
Void up onto the high ground, straight away just wailing on the Tiny right now, and he's able to pick up the bounty rune as well, still going on to LeBron, he's just smashing into him. The Cold Embrace comes in, a bit of damage coming through, but he's got the Mjolnir, so he can keep on damaging him inside that Cold Embrace. The Yule's also going to come out, send them both into the air, but LeBron will go down all the same. They tried to throw in the Winter's Curse to save the day, but unfortunately, that's just going to be a wasted curse now as well.
Yep,
Nearly actually brought
sadly.
down the Brew with a couple more bashes maybe, but didn't
They
happen.
could have used the curse on Void. That would let Tiny get out, but they were a little bit greedy. They didn't want to use it like that. And yeah, your Tiny dies. Your bounty might die too now. As
Yeah,
he's
your
dead.
bounty's pretty much dead. 3 heroes, 4 heroes surrounding him, and ultimate used as well. And still the Chronosphere available from PO as well. Clock just getting run down from Aachen right now.
Yeah, they just got 2 pickoffs for free. They didn't do like. I mean, they didn't use anything. Just the grip. No chrono used. No RP used. No primal split used.
Oh, PO just dishing out into the bristle right now. Just playing it carefully. Doesn't want to like overextend or get himself killed for no reason. He's got the
Use that.
Satanics to play with. And look at this, through all of that as well, because he's just using this time dilation to ruin the bristleback. He can just sit on the front lines with a Satanic, and he only gets like 3 stacks of Quill Spray despite just right-clicking the bristle as much as
And
he
the
wants.
Bristol is also turning his back, but it's not really helping. They need to deal with that somehow. It's dispellable, right? Time dilation.
I believe so.
Dispellable, yes. So
Yes.
you definitely need to buy an item that's going to help you
Lotus
with
Orb?
that.
A couple
Yeah,
of Lotus
I mean,
Orbs?
on someone. Because I was actually starting to question myself if it's dispellable or not, because no one is buying it on side of Aachen City Esports. And I'm
Yeah.
like, there has to be a reason why no one is buying it. And then I click and I see that it's dispellable. I don't know.
As foretold.
Overall, this whole game plan in which you're playing with Bristle, Carry and Dazzle mid definitely could have worked. They took down one side, but on the second side, they felt a little bit too cocky and they got punished for it. There is a Hex on Dazzle though. With this Hex, they can take down Void. With this Hex, they can take down Ember too. So this is
Yeah,
what
it's
I
a
was
powerful
talking about.
item.
Aachen City, they're approaching that time in the game in which, like,
Also, can
your
we talk
hero
about
is definitely.
this 11-second cooldown Hex, by the way? So you can get 2 of these off in a fight easily.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Definitely, he has that advantage of having a really short cooldown on spells and items.
Time dilation again onto the Quill Spray. In comes the RP onto 2. It's gonna maybe catch out the Dazzle right now with the ultimate coming in, but nope, cancelled out. DM able to escape, but never mind, the Chronosphere comes in, but there's a Winter's Curse, just about able to get it off in between the flurry of spells, which Wyvern was caught inside. Maybe this fight might still be going on. Funny dives back into this one, but DM is gone. No Grave coming out for him. He's got no buyback either as they turn their attention to Earth as well and come onto the Wyvern, and it doesn't look like he's going to be getting out of this one. Meanwhile, they just keep the Bristle thrown up into the air by the Brewlings. They're just killing everybody else. LeBron gets hunted down as well. Pavaga getting whatever they want out of this. They do get 1 kill as Kazel gets dropped by Funnick, and they're looking towards more as well. Maybe the TP is coming out. He's going to be able to get away from that one. Meanwhile, they're actually turning this one around. They're going back in. Pavaga aren't done. They're just going to try and beat up Akanat, and they will be able to find the penetration through that physical defense from the Cold Embrace. V-Tune's still running around, but he just feels so useless. Finally, the time dilation is gone, but PO just runs through the other side and kills his teammate again. And
Yeah,
that's
and
just,
there's V2.
look at him. He's just running around in the middle of the river the entire fight. Completely ignored. He's just not a factor anymore.
He stopped being a factor quite a long time ago, but maybe he can kill them all here. Let's see. If they just continue ignoring him, just don't
go for
poke
it.
the beast. Run away from it. With him feeble though. Let's see. He's still so tanky. It's ridiculous. 15% lifesteal. As long as he's turning away from Void, I think he doesn't
Don't look
die.
at the void. Don't look at the void. He's
Void has to be careful.
Void. 12, 13, void. He's fine. He's fine.
No, he's not fine. He should be careful.
12?
Oh, there we go. The time dilation.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, they get the kill. Jesus. And a buyback. I'm back, boys. What's going on?
Yeah, he's crazy strong, but they need a Lotus. Someone has to deal with this.
Get this Lotus Funnick. What are you doing, my man? BKB is not the item.
Yep. Very unfortunate for VTune. He's just ignored. He does buyback there, so.
Just like me and tournament organizers completely ignore. Oh, I'm just kidding. We're not allowed to complain about that stuff anyway. We get flamed by everyone.
Down are scattered.
Oh, okay, Void into the pit. He realizes this is going on. Again, has the Chronosphere, but in comes the Hex. Can they keep him locked down? Toss is there as well. Avalanche being thrown. They've got a lot, but in comes that Ode Sword, but in comes the BKB. He's focusing on LeBron right now. The Cold Embrace comes out. Winter's Curse as well, but the BKB on the Void going to make him completely immune to that. LeBron trying to get himself out of this one as a couple of seconds of the Winter's Curse does actually come out onto him. Maybe he can get the Arcane Route. No, can't even get the Bounty Route as he turns around to try and take a swing at Pio. In comes the Grave. He's actually kept alive. Oh, beautiful Chrono. That catches out the Wyvern. That is the big one. Wyvern dead. Now they can finish off LeBron as well. Although the corpse, my God, how many saves has this team got? Another a Grave comes in, but the RP going to catch them both onto the low ground. There's a Dazzle as well. He is gone. 3 dead without buyback. Where's the Bristle been this entire time? Just
Chilling.
probably in the air. Probably in the air by the Brewlings. Cool. Fun life. Well, he can still just run at all the heroes right now. He's like, hey, Mag. And Mag's like, yeah, I got skewer.
Let's go, round 2.
Alrighty. VTune. This one's looking a little...
Crimson, there we go.
There we go. Crimson used. So how's your day been, Lizard?
It's been alright.
Yeah. Oh, they found another target. Oh, look, fun it. Let's get him instead. We can actually kill that guy. There we go. And then look at the Bristle.
Yeah.
He's like chasing after them like, no, don't kill my teammate. Oh.
I played some Dotes in the morning with Shiva and Owen.
Oh, yeah.
Party
Oh, yeah.
queue, yeah.
Anybody
Then
else or just Shiva now?
And there was this one guy as well, Nomad.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know him.
I think he's pretty good, right?
Well,
Great
he's
fissures, I've
alright.
heard.
He's alright. The fissures definitely helped.
Yeah. Huge fissures. The boots of travel onto your teammate. Divine Rapier picked up from the Void. Jesus, this is all in.
I mean, why not?
Well, at least now you can probably kill the Bristle. Oh, well, they're just ignoring him. This is literally... How bad does this feel just to get ulted by by Simon here? And they literally just ignore you. Look at that ultimate as well, like a full... I think
Courier just died to his cool sprays.
Oh,
They just
okay.
lost the courier as well.
Alright, well, whatever. Oh, Ember. He's picked up an item. He's got a Silver Edge. He's going to drop so quickly if they get a Silver Edge on him with the Rapier as well. Well, be very cautious, Pavaga. Even though they've got a Rapier, Aegis, Refresher Shard, Void. Come on, dude. Give some items to someone else. Let's get a double RP.
I guess they're waiting for Brewmaster to have split, which he does not. And also the grip and RP. There are some spells that they're lacking. They aren't giving
Refresher Shard, Mag.
Yeah, I mean, this game is over. They're just delaying it super hard on the side of Aachen. There's still a way they have Dazzle Hex. Maybe if you catch this Void, somehow take that Rapier away from him. It's still possible, very unlikely, but at least Dazzle is going for that Lotus. He realized what's up. It took them 15 minutes though. It took them 15 minutes, and they're playing Bristle carry. If your Bristle is ruined by one-time walk, it is your position 1. That's not good.
You mean time dilation, yeah. Goodbye, Tiny. It was nice knowing you. Although they might get Simon. Oh no, Simon's actually pretty quick. He can get himself away quite easily. And the Void comes into the backlines up. Oh, okay. Chronosphere just used onto the Dazzle, but he should get his kill. No one will say no. In comes Ekenard to save the day. They got the Cold Embrace. They've got the Winter's Curse. And now they look over to the Void. Maybe they can bring him down. The Hex comes out onto him right now, but do they have the damage to bring him down there? It doesn't seem like they do. Dazzle just fighting up with the front lines right now. He's got a Shallow Grave if he can get it off in time. Yes, he can. They don't have the lockdown. The Bristle just thrown up into the air as the Void has died once, but now coming back, and now comes the Fiend's Grip onto Funnick. Funnick is out of here, and it looks like Dazzle will be going the same way as well. He is gone. Tossed back onto the Magnus right now, but Tiny, he's just brought back into this one. He doesn't want to die to the Void, but might not have much of a choice. Though VTune's on top of him as well. They're going to chase back Pio for the time being. Pavaga taken to the high grounds right now. They've got the double RP. Well, the single RP if he wants to use the Refresher Shard. Might well consider it, but again, Pavaga just being extremely safe with how they're playing. Again,
And they have no ultis. They used everything, so they're backing out.
and VTune is chasing. He's certainly chasing here. Where's the Ember Spirit with that pesky little Silver Edge of his? He's in base.
He's chasing a void with Rapier. Can they hex him? No. They could have, but they didn't want to. Wyvern?
No jumping onto the Wyvern right now. Yeah, he's got the Cold Embrace, so it buys him a little bit of time, but in comes that RP onto 2. That's a nice one. Wyvern taking care of the Bristle back as well. Being targeted down. The break comes out onto him. They've got the Hex onto the Void, but is it going to be enough? DM trying to fight up on the sidelines as well, but he's just being surrounded by these melee heroes, just getting him inside the trees, blocking him in, and taking him out. DM dead, 115 seconds. Not coming back into this game anytime soon. Meanwhile, Bristle just sitting here. He looks like a dire hero right now, because they're just ignoring him so much.
Yeah, he joined the Dire. There's the Silver Edge.
Yep, and now they can really cleave through him. Get it, boys! Get it, boys! The 5-hero smackdown. Did he get pounded?
Well, he got pounded hard. That's how I pound.
That's how Lizard do. What, with 4 of your friends?
When I play Dotes. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
When I play Shaker. Anyway, yeah. Tiny does get out, but they might catch him with the Aghanim December. Let's see.
Yeah, he's there. He's on top of him right now. The Yules is available from the Tiny, but it's not going to buy him that much time as in comes a Void. The big damage is here. The heavy hitting guns. Guns Winter's Curse, though. Oh, that's a dead Ember Spirit. He's out of here. Goodbye, sir. All right, but it doesn't really matter. They're still getting on top of this Tiny anyway. The Cold Embrace going to buy him a little bit more time, but I don't think he's getting out of this one. Nope. In comes PO. Another dieback, and now 3 heroes dead for a fairly long time. I'm fairly sure they can just end the game with this Rapier.
Yeah, Phonic tried to mess with them in the back. He tried to go for that Bane, but that's your position 3 Bounty Hunter not being able to kill a position 5 Bane.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, Wyvern. Well, okay. I'm not really sure.
Sleep is good. Yeah, with the sleep it's
Well,
good.
that was Refresher Orb. Yeah. For that play, and it didn't really work. Get a bit silly now, don't you, Wyvern?
It's difficult versus Bane because of the sleep.
Yeah.
No, like this lineup of theirs, they needed a fallback strategy.
Yeah.
The Bounty Hunter pick didn't work out for them, and overall, just a high ground push. Pavaga, I am not taking anything away from them. They defended well, and they won the game. They're taking us into the game 3. Still though, I still think the same. Aachen looks much stronger as a team. They just got a little bit complacent in the second game. They picked Dazzle mid and Bristle safe lane.
Yeah.
They almost
Very all
won.
in.
They went all in, and I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, like horn my own whatever, but
Honk your own
I
horn?
said that I blow my own horn, but
Yeah.
I said that, like, when they were pushing high ground, I said that if they lose this push, they lose the game, and that's what happened. It was like, you see it. I played these lineups so many times, like in situations such as this one. You're playing versus Magnus Void Ember. If your Bristle cannot end the game and take at least 2 sides at like that 25-minute mark, 30-minute mark, this game is done. And that's what happened. They tried later on with some hexes, but then again, there's 2 major issues that they had. No utility coming from Phonic. That's item build on bounty.
So greedy.
It's not only it's super greedy. It's 1% greedy. It's like only 1% of players would go for this kind of a greedy build. He needed Vlads into Lotus at least, and then Hex perhaps. Not this Orchid, Bloodthorn, whatever. But they were winning so hard that he thought, all right, this game is over and I can do whatever. That's all. That's why he did it.
Yeah, classic complacency. Complacency just getting a little bit too far ahead of themselves, and unfortunately that will mean that Aachen lose game number 2. Congratulations for Pavaga Jr. and they do manage to drag this out to a game 3, so still plenty of opportunity to perhaps take this series. My name is Nomad, he's been Liz, and we're going to be back with game number 3 very shortly. Don't go anywhere, see you soon.
LOOT.BET. Made for live betting. Made for live betting.
Hello and welcome back once again to the LOOT.BET Dota 2 series. It is Season 1 and it is the league. My name is Nomad. Joining me is Lizard as we get into Pavaga Jr. versus Aachen City Esports for the third game in this best of 3 series. It's coming down to the line. As game number 1, we saw a bit of a throw from Pavaga, and game number 2, we saw a bit of a throw from Aachen. Game number 3, who's going to throw this time around, or are we going to have a nice, close, well-fought game? I don't know. Let's find out. Lizard, how's it going?
It's great, man. I enjoyed the first 2 games. I kinda understood what's going to happen in both of those games, and it did.
Yeah, feels good. Feels good.
I mean, I would love to see something surprise me in this match. Aachen City Esports, they picked up that bench. If that bench is played on position 3, she can be really strong right now again, as the hero has been buffed up. And yeah, we see a lot of regions picking up bench again. We see a lot of Pudge as well in some pubs. I'm surprised we don't see Pudge maybe contested in this game too. That hero is strong again. You remember like exactly a year ago, Pudge was highly contested in pubs. You would have the Crystal Maiden Pudge offlane, or just Pudge with that crazy hook cooldown. It's very similar now, but in a bit of a different way. You just take that passive. You have so much strength already, so much region. But yeah, Enchantress is back at least. She's really strong. She's a hero that doesn't really care about Warlock 2 on the lane. You can heal as much as you want. She has her little spirits to heal her up, and she's able to farm versus almost anyone. Aachen City Esports, they go with the Kunkka, hero that's good versus Warlock and Mars as well. That boat, that Rum, definitely helps out versus all the damage that these two send out. So
Yeah, I think whenever you're considering heroes which you'd want to be in real life as well, I've always considered Kunkka to be quite up there. You know, he's got a lot of cool spells for real life. You know, X marks, pretty neat. Want to go to the store, X marks yourself, go buy whatever, just plop back.
But you have only like 8 seconds to go to the store and back. That's like the most useless spell ever.
No, well, I think when you're transferring them to real life, right? Think of how quickly the day and night cycles are in Dota, right? Then you need to kind of take those timings and address them to real life, right?
No. Don't be skewering stuff like that. Just let's talk realistically. You have an 8-second spell. What can you do with it? You can.
I can get a drink from my fridge.
Yeah. And X marks yourself back to the chair. You can maybe X yourself outside of a bank, go inside of a bank, steal a pen, and X mark yourself out. There's nothing more you can steal, I guess. You can, I don't know, but I'm certain you could do something with that X mark the spot that's significant.
Oh, I'm a pretty keen skier, so it'd be pretty cool to, like, you know, I wouldn't have to take a lift up to do, like, you know, jumps in the park, because, like, you know, a whole jump takes about maybe 5 seconds.
There you go.
So I can just constantly like loop jumps, get really sick at freestyle.
You know what you could do as well? You could jump out of a plane and X mark yourself back in.
Yeah,
Right.
What use would that have?
Just fun, I guess.
Yeah, true. Skydiving without a parachute, you just jump in and then boop.
Yeah. It would be pretty boring though, or if someone uses global silence the other side of the
Well,
that would be unfortunate.
it still triggers though. It's still
Yeah, it would still go back. You're right.
Let's say before you jump, just a second before you jump. Anyway,
but if tornado passes through and you get used, then
then you're screwed. Yeah, then you're screwed. But then you can look at his other spells though, like boat. You know, it just call it on your friends. You all get rum, easy life.
And you kill everyone around. Your friends get easy rum, but all all the random people just get squished by the boat.
Yeah, you have to make sure everybody in the room is your friend.
And how is that? Do you have a maximum of 4 friends? If you're
5 seconds
words, can you have as many as
Uh,
possible?
well, I don't know. I don't consider all my friends to be like, hero level of cool. I think some of my friends are creeps. So, yeah, there's
it's
definitely
not
a
enough-
hierarchy there.
It's not enough damage to kill them at least, so it's
Yeah, I'll be fine. Just
Yeah,
casual
unless
boat on
you're-
the head.
unless your friends are little gnolls, those little guys. He gets squished.
I will admit though, Torrent and Tidebringer are both very useless.
I mean, you started this off with like, what hero I'd like to be, and then Kunkka is like the worst hero.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. He's pretty bad,
so
especially when you
bad.
can be someone like Warlock and just run around a hospital being like, "You're better, you're better, you're better."
But then you're like some warlock. You're ugly and you're
Hey, don't
devil's
do my
bitch.
dude daddy like this.
You're devil's
It's all right.
bitch.
He's
I
the
don't
silver
like
fox.
that, man. I'd rather be I don't know. Actually, this isn't easy. I guess Raid King. You're a king and you can't die. So
Yeah, but
unless you really mess it up and die twice in a row.
you're not getting any honeys though. Like, you're
Why not?
you're
You're
only
a
getting
king,
gold diggers. You're only getting gold diggers now. You're not.
No, man, it doesn't work. Life doesn't work. Because like Raid King would be a boss when it comes to girls in real life because he's a boss and he just shows up. He has this swagger, that attitude. Like there's no way that guy wouldn't get some. Like I'm telling you right now. 100%.
I can sort of see it. I can sort of see it.
Yeah.
Skeletons. I don't feel like. Oh, I mean, you basically
Yeah,
just got
that
like.
definitely wouldn't be helpful, but you don't have to.
I don't know. They could just like do shit for you around the house, right?
Ah, yeah, right. But they're mindless. They just go around and crush stuff.
Yeah, true. He'd be like Hoover, just like just walk out the door with the Hoover, and start hoovering the street like shit.
Just destroying shit. I don't know. I wouldn't let the skellies out, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely housebound skeletons.
What else has respawn? Anything else has respawn? Nothing, right?
Dying does at level 25, or is it level 20?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
But I mean, no one wants to be
Uh,
undying. Let's be real.
yeah, that's true. Definitely undying. No amount of swagger helps. Unless you're
He's
into some
literally
god
surrounded by
god
flies.
chicks, I guess.
get a big titty goth girlfriend if you're undying.
Yeah.
Easy.
That can help. Yeah.
Wow, your fly, they're like so sexy.
I really like your flies.
It's like so edgy.
Yeah. Your horns, though.
Mm.
Anyhow, like talking about the draft a little bit, they have the Mars Phoenix Warlock combo. That's a lot of team fight potential with the Monkey King too.
Yeah,
as
very
well.
easy as well. You just basically have like these big circles for the Phoenix to just egg
Yeah.
upon. Like,
So and also Aachen City Esports, they have nothing versus the Phoenix too. So if you're Aachen, you would be thinking about Nikes or Jug, but they're banned out. You would be thinking about Stark or Troll, but they're also banned out.
banning the troll themselves, bit of a YOLO move, but kind of understand it as they're the ones with the Undying and the Conquer, and us is going to be the pickup for Pavaga. So
it's
that
a
would be another hero versus the Phoenix, which is now not in the pool.
Yeah, and it's also a hero that works well versus Zench. Later on,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah,
Early
big
on,
time.
early on you think Ursa is good, but he isn't that good on the lane if Zench plays well. What you do versus Ursa is you take enchant, you wait for him to use overpower, and then you take it off.
The cheeky dispel.
Yeah, you just dispel it. That's how you play. Yep, and let's see what the pick for Aachen is going to be.
Ooh, PA, this is a really, really tough one. So, of course, the Phantom Strike now does allow you to change targets and still keep the attack speed. But doing that against Phoenix is much, much easier said than done. You need to have an enemy unit close by. And that's a kind of big ask in the middle of a team fight. But we'll see if Beechin can play it off. He does love this hero.
Yeah, I mean, Monkey King versus Kunkka is usually considered favorite for Monkey, but Kunkka, if he gets a couple of rotations versus Monkey, he can definitely take it. Then again, if he doesn't get any rotations, Kunkka just dies in that lane, and Monkey King just rolls over him. Ursa should win versus Enchantress with the help of Warlock, but we'll have to see how that lane goes, as LeBron is most likely going to be there messing with them too. and the PA plus Undying versus Phoenix plus Mars. I think this lane might be all right for Aachen. Undying is good versus Mars and Phoenix, both strength heroes, so
Yeah, feels
that
pretty
might be
good.
helpful. I love the Undying set, by the way. It looks like. Did you watch that game, The Last of Us?
I've
Or
seen
maybe,
it. I've never really
yeah,
played it, but
yeah. It's like it's about this like zombies that are basically people that are turned into zombies by some mushrooms, and they turn into these kind of creatures. Looks pretty dope. Anyway, I have to say that yeah, Aachen City Esports, they have the skill, they have the experience, they have the age seniority on their side, but Pavaga Junior, their lineup, for me at least, it is centered around their big ultis, but it looks easier to execute. We'll see if they'll be able to do it or not.
yeah, I think they've drafted pretty well for themselves here. Honestly, I think Pavaga put themselves in a really good position. Aachen, it's a little bit more niche. You need a couple of things to go your way. I think definitely shutting down either the Mars Phoenix or Monkey King is going to have to be the job off this Kunker in the middle of these fights, which is kind of a big ask, having to stop one of these heroes from basically fulfilling their role. Because if all of these guys get everything off, then these fights are just going to be really, really hard. So DM, he's got his work cut out for him. PA as well, she has to be able to kill these eggs. We've already talked about how difficult that's going to be, so...
It comes down to mid and how well it goes. This mid on Aachen City Sports DM has to do well, and there's a high probability that this monkey is going to stomp him. Then again, DM is a really good mid player, so maybe he finds a way of dealing with monkey. Monkey versus Kunkka was monkey favored even before Kunkka couldn't deny. Now that he can deny the creeps with Tidebringer, I think it's even easier for monkey. But yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what DM can do. I mean, he's pretty good in these unfavorable matchups. We've seen him pull off some pretty shock wins in the past, so hopefully he can do the same here again and put this laning phase on an equal footing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to be very interested to see how VTune does versus the Phoenix Egg, because this isn't something which has been in the game particularly long time. The Phantom Strike keeping its attack speed, and of course, especially because Phoenix has been out of meta for such a long time as well, that we don't
And
really
PA
see
as
this
well.
matchup, right? Yeah, both of them. It's very rare to see it, so I'm
You
interested to
see
see
here and there.
how well it does. Yeah.
Here and there you see Phoenix, but PA like never. Right? The last time I saw PA was Magnus plus PA on ESL, I think. I don't
Yeah, I think
even
OG
saw it
played
on
it
Epicenter. Yeah.
once. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not popular, and for good reason as well. PA, she's just a bit too slow, a bit too weak in the laning phase. Like, it just doesn't offer quite enough. She
was
can
broken.
hard carry games, but nah.
She was crazy broken for a few months, and they nerfed her into the ground.
Yeah, I'm glad. I didn't enjoy seeing PA in every game I played. Strangely, did you?
Not really. No, I didn't enjoy being bursted down by minute 11 with one dagger. That didn't feel really great. She
No.
basically would buy 4 raid band space boots and she would kill you with one dagger. How's that good?
Yeah, I mean, she's one of those heroes which I wouldn't be mad if she got a redesign. Like, I don't think she's a fun hero. I don't think functionally she does anything particularly unique right now, and never really has. I don't know. I feel like a PA could be in line for like just. I mean, what is she? She's just crits, right? She's just crits. That's all she is. Like, dagger is not an interesting or fun spell. I guess triple dagger is kind of unique.
Let me ask you something else. Would you like to be a PA in real life?
No, I'm gonna say.
No? All right.
I mean,
You're boring. You're a boring person. I mean, for a day, why not?
for a day. Oh yeah, for a day I'd do it for sure.
Yeah.
Not my whole life, but yeah.
Yeah. For a day, definitely.
To be fair, if given the chance to turn into a girl for a day, and any girl, I'd take it.
All right.
No, like I just want to see. I just wonder if
You
it
just
is
wanna
that.
see, I know.
Is it that much? No, no.
You haven't seen it before? Don't
I've
you
seen
have
it
a
in the
girlfriend?
videos, but in person, well,
Come on, man.
we're very Christian.
All right. I get it. Very, very commendable.
But no, seriously, like, chemically and like, you know, they have pheromones, we have hormones, that sort of thing. You know, everything's, I mean, obviously they have hormones as well, but estrogen versus, I just want to see what it's like. You know, is it a big difference? Would everything change? I don't know.
That's the mystery of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something we'll never know, my friend.
Dang.
Well, unless you decide to know, then you can know. There are ways. There are some injections that you can
Pretty
take.
extreme way to go just to find out, you know.
I mean, you can do it.
Go through all that and then
Same.
come out the other side. Well, now I know. Can I go back?
No, you can't.
Uh-oh.
Then you take some other injections, I guess. And
Let's play ping pong with your...
whatnot. I don't
yeah.
I don't know how it works completely. Yeah.
No, I've got a very close friend who's transitioning, so I know the process pretty thoroughly. It's quite fascinating, actually. We're pretty good at our whole medicine thing, us humans. Anyway, Happy is being chased by this Undying. He's obviously having a good time in this lane with this Decay, able to basically just be the boss in this top lane. He'll definitely be trying to harass this Mars, and of course you get a bunch of Decays on the Mars, and yeah, look at that. The dagger comes through at the same time. It's just so much damage. The guy has 580 health. He's a strength hero.
He's a strength hero, but that's the problem with Undying. He just spams the decay. This is a very high value stick lane. I think you should definitely take it as soon as possible. You need sticks on this lane versus the Undying and versus the PA. On the mid lane, Monkey is kind of even so far, and on the bottom lane, Enchantress is being protected by the Nyx. So nothing too special happening in the lane so far.
Nope, things pretty normal. We expect to see the Monkey King start to take over this lane.
Top lane
and
Phoenix.
we do look, ooh, he's getting low. He's getting low, but they don't really have to chase right now. I don't know. Decay in 5 seconds won't be enough. No, realizes he's not going to chase this one any further.
Yeah, he had sticks. He wasted that Sal. One tango would have been enough to heal him up completely, but I guess he wanted to go back into the fray and fight with the Undying and PA.
Guy's ready to go. He wants action. He's bored of these boring laning phases. Let's go. Let's draw some blood.
Eknart has completely zoned them so far. Did an incredible job versus these two. But that's what Undying does versus two strength heroes.
Yeah.
Normal.
He's in the zone, exactly where he wants to be. And he'll taunt away this game. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, LeBron gets tipped up, so I would imagine this wasn't a very good gank, if I'm being full analysis mode.
In the last game, Ergon did the same thing to LeBron. He tipped him after that. Tiny rotated in.
Yes. I thought LeBron was kind of known to be, like, non-tilter, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember seeing him. He's not really a tilter, no.
Some guy on Reddit told me VTune was a tilter, so...
Definitely.
Right.
He is. Yeah, I can say that for sure. I had that guy in my pub sometimes.
Yeah, I think I've seen him drop items and such before.
Yeah. Bot lane, they're going ham on the Warlock, but they missed the stun. And
Well, that's alright then.
and Undying is going to deny himself on the top lane, but this will be Phoenix's kill. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in. He actually gets it. Easy peasy. That's
mean,
not ideal. That's really not ideal.
That was like a couple of mistakes from Undying. He didn't wait the decay stacks to run out, and he also didn't put the stout shield out of his inventory. So at least if he put the stout shield out, maybe he would have survived. But mistakes have been made.
Well, you died actually, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. That's he would have died faster.
Yeah. Therefore, winning the in-game. Yeah, that was a weird game.
He wouldn't have given the first blood and experience to Phoenix, and this Phoenix is now level 3. He's the same level as
wow.
PA for what?
Yeah, he's been out of lane pretty heavily, and look at this Mars approaching level 4 as well. This lane could get real rough, and look at him just swooping through, burning everything up. It's been an absolute nuisance right now, but Ekenart still can be the king of this lane if he just basically sits on the front lines, which he's certainly going to do. Just be an absolute pain.
He
in
has
this
to be careful,
Mars,
a bit more careful from now on. But
Ooh, oh.
This
Yeah,
is
in comes DM though, flying in. What up, guys? I got a haste rune. Now you're dead. Castle, he's gonna take a fall.
Yeah. Pours back mid. Good rotation from him. He understood that this lane on mid lane is already kind of coming to an end for him.
Yeah.
So he
It's
can't really do
expected.
a lot versus Ergon, but Ergon needs to be careful. Nyx is rotating in.
Yeah, he,
But this
oh,
Nyx
oh,
has-
Nyx! He didn't have Spike Carapace. He still had it on cooldown, so that's just an easy health for Monkey King right now. And nice dodge as well from the Tidebringer. In comes Assassin, wants to use this Impale again. Oh no! Oh dear, that's not the right way to use those spells, but luckily we'll get away with it. And
Ergon has to be careful.
Yeah, that's just gets out of range of the Tidebringer. Wow, that was close. He's playing it to the line. I respect that.
Yeah, definitely you have to do that. Both Kunkka and Monkey have done fairly well in this mid lane. But Kunkka with that rotation top lane and Monkey with just playing the Monkey game, zoning out the Kunkka and just pressuring him. You have to win that lane if you're a Monkey. If you don't win that lane, your game is done.
Yeah. I'm taking them risks as well. You know, playing like that, you know, when there's two heroes in your lane, but just trying to read their spells and play it to the line as much as possible. It's kind of what you have to do to get better at the game, isn't it? Because
Of course. You just have to push yourself to the limit. If you don't, you just won't improve as a player. That's usually what mid laners do very well. There's these mid laners that push their aggressive play to the limit, and there's these mid laners that push their defensive play to the limit. And I don't know. We've seen both styles be very successful in the pro scene. Sometimes it's the one, sometimes it's the other. If you master both, then you're really good. Like no one or Sumail even. Eknart.
oh yeah, he's
Pops
getting
the
dived onto
tombstone.
tower by this double damage Monkey King right now. And with the Boundless Strike able to finish off that kill, now looking over towards V-Tune instead. And they do deal with the Team Stone as well, so no slows coming out. But in comes a stun, in comes a boat. They're all tied up together. And oh, actually, just did he dodge that out? I think he dodged out the damage of the boat. Meanwhile, Appy is gone. He's not going to be surviving this one as Ekenart comes back in, ball back to life. Ergon's in trouble and he's going to get snapped down by Ekenart, coming back into this game in a big way. Meanwhile, DM hiding in the tree lines from Kazzle. Might be able to get a kill if he goes in for the X mark, so he's still got a bit of a cooldown there and just doesn't want to straight up die to a God's Rebuke, which is kind of fair enough.
He would just die, so it's good he backed off. But that's Monkey rotating in, dying together with Phoenix. Overall, I think that's pretty good for Aachen City Esports. They get the kills there, and they take down the Monkey, which is so important. You don't want to let him snowball this early on. Also, one big thing is this Mars is only level 4. He's suffered quite a lot on that top lane. At the same time, Fnatic 5 and 3/4 already on the bottom lane, getting to that 6.
Yeah, big juxtaposition between the two offlaners right now as Kazzle's really struggling in this one, despite the relatively good start they had to this lane. But one good rotation from the Kunkka, and now another good fight from Aachen puts them behind.
His CS is good though, like so there's that. His CS is alright on the Mars. He
They're
has
going again.
almost the same as
That Impale somehow lands. Didn't really look like it should have, but there we go. I won't complain as the spear comes out, pushing back the next assassin and ruining any attempt at the kill they could have had, though the slow still coming through. Mars moving pretty slowly, but they can't chase him under tower.
they let him go. He uses the shrine. He's ready to go back and defend. That ward is devoted. Oh, the courier. Oh, they messed up. The God's Rebuke. They didn't think about that. And the courier has fallen.
Yikes.
That's a huge deal. Yeah, that's a lot of gold that you give away to the Mars and his whole team. Mid lane,
Pavaga looking
however, the
pretty
turret
good
is
right
there.
now.
X mark
Ooh,
after.
nice setup. Yeah, there we go. Got the X mark. They've got the boat. They've got an Impale if they want to use it as well. A lot of lockdown to stop him being able to get off this Jinku, but they're not killing him. They're not finishing him off. I'm really surprised. I feel like if DM stays there, they have more than enough lockdown to make sure he can't get off that final hit of Jingu and turn it around.
Definitely. He uses
instead
Invis even.
backs away.
So there was no risk involved too. It's very unlikely that they have the sentry because you have the ward there, so they would have devoured it earlier. He could have just used that Invis and hit the monkey one extra time. But then if he did that, most likely he dies after. Still though, it would have been a good trade for him. So very interesting that they just let their Nyx die instead of taking down the monkey first.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, very un-DM-esque as well. You know, usually DM's been a very aggro player in this middle lane, but not today.
Yep. Surprised myself as well. Enchantress, Panic, hero the player and hero we didn't really discuss a whole lot in this game. This lane has been really silent, but he has won it. 39, now 40 CS. Definitely not as good as the Ursa, but offlane edge, he did all right.
Yep.
And he's now pushing. You see this build, he has like phase boost, wand, and Basilisk. Basilisk gives him some mana, also allows him to push a bit better. The extra armor.
Yeah, Bazzy, it's still a value pickup for some heroes. We want to put in a top lane. He tries to go for the steal on the Bron there, but doesn't quite manage it. And now he's getting run down, being set on fire, trying to run to the trees. But the spear, the kill, it's easily done. And the spear actually kills the kills the Monkey King's tree as well. So causing him to get stunned up.
Oh, that's a decent kill. Overall, Aachen City Esports, they are playing this game all right. They are forcing these small movements. They did lose the Nyx right there, but they're rotating across the map fairly well. Some misplays here and there they could have taken, let's say that Kunkka there, maybe the Nyx didn't have to die, but overall the game plan that they have at the moment is alright. The problem starts now. The problem starts now when Warlock gets the tome, when the Phoenix gets the tome. Now you have two big ultimates on the side of Pavaga. And this is where you have to ask yourself, like, how exactly do we fight into this? How exactly do we force these fights? This Enchantress will fall to the egg and Fatal Bonds combo too. So you need a lot of items on the PA, and they're preparing themselves for that, it seems. You can see, if you click on VTune, you'll see that he's queued up a Battle Fury. That's a very farming-oriented item, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's very common for PAs now, right? Like, if you're picking up this hero, I believe Puppy called it a pocket anti-mage. Basically just anti-mage Mark II, where you get that Battle Fury, you just farm up on that hero now. It's the only way to make it that useful.
Yeah, then again, Battle Fury is pretty used. So, it's going to be a while until we see this PA active on the map because of that Battle Fury. Then again, she isn't really fighting, she isn't really scaling versus super late game carries. She's scaling versus Ursa and Monkey King. So later on, if the game does go super late, they can definitely take it. Happy is being chased on top lane.
He's a bit, isn't he? And that's going to be a stun coming out. He tries to go for the Icarus type, but doesn't quite get it off in time. And if he goes for it now, then he's going to take... Oh, no, the slow comes in, so the impetus doesn't come out onto him, so Happy will be all right. Failed again.
It wasn't about the slow. It was about the spiked Carapace. LeBron was trying to block it, but he went in the wrong direction, and Dive went in the other one, so he couldn't block the dive with Carapace. Usually, if he dives and you Carapace in the same spot, you stop it. So a little bit unfortunate there for Aachen again.
Yeah,
but a very slow start. Seven kills, 13 minutes in. Come on, guys, do something.
Yeah, we're bored. We're broadcasters. We want to see something happen. Go on, Funnick, kill him. Kill Fun. Oh no, he's going for the creeps instead. But Funnick's feeling aggressive. Here we go. All right, and the spear knocks him out of the way, and we're back to farming. LeBron, he's no, backing away. All right, Ergon, no, he has just picked up a big item. He's got this Echo Saber. This is an item which screams, I want to fight some people. And Ergon, he's going to make his way over. What can he find? What does he see? Where does he go? Setting themselves up. They've got themselves a Nyx Assassin skewered up inside that. Oh, actually, the Boundless Strike missing. And now with the Bloody Arena coming down and the ultimate coming down with the... Oh, ultimate's down, actually. Wukong's egg, Bloody Arena, it's all coming down. Warlock Golem as well, just to make it all of them. As down goes LeBron, down goes Ekanat. They're looking towards DM and Funnick as well. Funnick trying to turn around here as that spear goes on a bit of a journey. Happy taking a fair amount of damage in that one there. As he trying to get himself away, and in comes the spear to finish the job. And Ergon grabs DM as well. Not even sure if that was intentional, but he finds it all the same.
I mean, you can't fight this team. There is absolutely nothing you can do. Your PA is farming her Battle Fury. I mean, you should be hunting with Nyx Assassin, cutting the lines somehow. Your team fight is useless versus these heroes. Perhaps right now you can fight them as they've wasted every single... Well, not wasted. They've used every single ultimate. Perhaps now you can try and fight them, but when they have their ultis, just split push and try to make them waste their ultis for one target. Like throw one hero into the fire so they use the rock or the egg. If you try to fight them when they have everything, if they have everything ready and you fight them like that, you just get wiped. So that's exactly what happened.
Rough lessons being learnt for Aachen right now, as they may have to stop underestimating Pavaga at some stage, but this is very much a draft issue just coming out to play in the game right now, as Canard gets jumped upon by Ergon as well. And he's going to get the tombstone as well. Oh, is he? He's not, actually.
He's not going for it, and it's
Yeah.
difficult to get it. It's on that cliff, so
Yeah,
and
two
Chances at
TP
least
points
is
near you as well.
pressuring mid. This is good from them, but Fatal Bonds are there. Upheaval too.
Oh, the slows. He's actually getting slowed down himself. Everybody's being slowed right now as in
Oh,
comes the field.
Phoenix,
Oh,
that's
nice
a
job.
mistake.
LeBron catches him. Now they've got him locked down. Now they can finish him off, and that's going to be a kill for the side of Aachen. Pio
mean, of
wanted to
course
do
you
something,
tip
but there's
there.
nothing he could. Yeah.
You have to tip him there. Like that play is very bad from Phoenix. It's not something
Yeah.
that you ever do.
The psychological damage coming in.
Yep. I'd tip him. I'd tip him so hard. It's crazy. I would do more than just
Okay,
tip
that's
him.
against the free deny, and now with the bloody arena coming down, though, they might actually be able to fight this one, but the boat's going to be dropped on top of it. Funnick hits one, dropping low, and he will die to Wukong's command. Now they look towards DM as well. DM just trying to run himself out, but so slowed by everything, and with the Esther on top of him, there's no surviving. Pirate versus Bear. Well, the Bear wins every time, unfortunately. However, we do now have a Battle Fury completed by VTune, who has just been completely ignored through his entire engagement, so she can start to climb up this net worth chart, but still has a long way to go before she's anywhere near online. And she's also
Yep.
going for the BKB immediately afterwards, which always feels a little bit like, well,
PA has just been on this bottom lane farming, right?
yeah.
Not really a whole lot has been done by him. But after he gets that VKB, perhaps he can join his teammates and start fighting. Is it going to be too late or not? It's always that way with PA, you know.
Yeah.
It's always that way. Like, you're playing on the edge.
Funnick, dead again. Ergon will grab it, but they're still looking to fight this one, Aachen, as, or maybe Ekanart's the only one looking to fight this one. He does get an egg for this, so that's something. Meanwhile, they've got two locked down on the backlines here. This is very nice. Maybe they get both the kills in time, though. The rest of the team making their way over, and with the enrage and the essay, it forces them back. They'll have to chill out for the time being.
Simon, he might be
coming
jumped on.
forwards. He's going for it right now. They want to try and get this kill onto the Warlock. They want to try and get anything, but then comes a Golem, and now in comes a Monkey King on top of them as well, just trying to back them up as much as possible. LeBron running through with the Spike Carapace. Oh, nice dodge.
Turns into a banana. Yeah.
Yeah, and as we well know, bananas don't take damage, so...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Overall, I think Aachen City, they played that fight in a decent way. They forced them to use their spells in a separate manner. They take down the Mars in the back as well. Yeah, Phoenix did get destroyed immediately, but PA showed up. She got a kill on Kazal. So overall, it's better. It's an improvement from everything that we've seen so far by Aachen.
Wow, these win percentages. Have a guess at what Dota thinks the win percentage is for Pavaga right now.
Like 75%.
91%.
91, that's too harsh. That's too much. I won't give them that.
Well, betting
I
odds are
think-
saying a similar thing. They're saying 1.04. It's pretty
I mean, because of
convincing,
that
and
team fight, I guess, on the top lane.
Ooh,
But
might
you
just
have a
dodge
PA.
it. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? The PA is always going to be a factor. LeBron trying to get away there. They see him in the trees here, but they don't. Yes, they do. They've got the God's Rebuke to
Rebuke.
finish him off. Goodbye, sir.
No, I wouldn't say it's that high. 91%, that's too much, in my opinion. You're
Agreed.
still playing into a PA and Chantress Kunkka. They can defend high ground. Well, they aren't really the best at defending high ground, to be honest. But if they find a way to defend high ground and go super late,
Radiant's middle tower
maybe
is
they
under
can win.
attack.
But yeah, I would give them at least 70. I would give them at least 25%. I wouldn't give them 9%. There's a blink on Ursa. There's MKB being queued up by Ergon.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, what does Phoenix have? Full vessel completed. Alright, I'm giving them 91%. Fine. They're just
looking
so
real
well
good.
stacked. Yeah. But while the supports, Undying does not scale at all. Warlock and Phoenix scale really well. Undying, like the only thing that he scales with is his Tombstone, and he needs to wait level 20 for that, so it's really bad.
Conqueror's just finished off a halberd. Gives you some evasion. The ability to disarm the Monkey King is always pretty nice. And the Ursa, yeah. Both heroes which hate being disarmed.
Are fortified.
If everybody gets a Heaven's Halberd, they could be in a really good position.
Yeah, with the Heaven's Halberd and maybe
Rapier
I
reach.
don't know. It's hard for me to make a fair. Like usually, whenever I'm casting, I'm trying to make some good points and see a different perspective, look at the game from a different angle, see what these underdogs can do, like in a game such as this one. And like the only thing that I see in this particular match is this PA going ham, getting a BKB, and separating Pavaga's teamfight somehow. But if that doesn't happen, they have grim tidings for them, I think.
Yeah, hard to really see it going any other way. Still, V-Tune, all eyes on him. Meanwhile, Pavaga.
Monkey King Bar completed the monkey. So Monkey has... Does he have one Monkey King Bar now or two Monkey King Bars? Or is his Monkey King Bar enhanced? Did it just get bigger? Did it get thicker? Is the girth long, like better?
Yeah, much
What
girthier, I
happened?
think.
Much girthier, alright.
Yeah, yeah. And don't forget, more girth isn't always better. You know, you gotta
that's why you can't miss. Because it's such a big girth.
It's wide.
It's so wide that you can't miss. I
Can't
get it.
dodge it, yeah.
Now I get it. Now I get how it works.
You're welcome. They're searching around the jungle right now. DM could be
is
a really
gonna
good
feel the
target right
girth.
now. Oh no, it's coming down on Tim really hard and really fast. There's a boat coming in to try and give him some strength. That will help out a little bit. With the heals coming in, he actually somehow survives this engagement. Thank you, boat. Thank you. Heaven's Halberd. That was absolutely huge. But meanwhile, Funnick held
good
still, but they're
impale.
going in the backlines here. V-Tune, he's managed to take down the Aegis, and down goes Happy as well. That means no egg in this engagement, but they will still throw down the arena and the Wukongs and the Golem, trying to bring this one down. But all they bought is Funnick so far, as they run around this fight and just completely disengage. But no disengaging for Unix Assassin. Gets thrown back into the fight by the spear, and now the X-Mark's just dragging back the monkey, allowing Ekanat to get out as well. V-Tune just spamming out these daggers from afar.
And Nyx Assassin started that game so well. LeBron got like a two-man impale, I believe, and a big two-man impale on the Phoenix and the Warlock. Phoenix was a little bit too close there, got caught, killed off before he can use his egg. Not really the perfect positioning by him, but yeah, LeBron abused that and made them actually win a team fight. They also took Ursa's Aegis down, so
Yeah.
pretty well played by Aachen City Esports, and that PA got a lot out of the fight. She has the BKB and Belt of Fury completed, getting closer to that Desolator, I believe.
Just so many Mithril Hammers.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be a cosmetic for PA, just Mithril Hammers. She builds so many of them.
Mithril Hammers on PA.
Yeah. Dude, I'm up for it. Just replace both of her swords with one big hammer.
Both of her, so turn her into an Omni Knight.
More or
Female
less,
version
but
of
really
Omni
fast attacking Omni Knight.
Knight. Yeah, that would actually look dope. I can see that, like her just swinging that hammer. You know that there's I can see it in going two ways. You know that game that you cannot win. When you're a guy in a cauldron and you're just swinging that hammer.
Yeah.
I can see it in that way. She swings the hammer in that way. Or, I don't know, like you said, you're training and you're going to the gym. Have you seen those guys that actually work out with hammers? There's like, it's not a real hammer, but it looks very much like a hammer and you just swing it around. There's a whole
like the
you know what I mean, right?
the hit guys, yeah.
Yeah. Like, they just have this hammer that they work out with, so.
Yeah.
And they swing it around. It looks pretty cool. Maybe that's the way.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
We'll submit it. LeBron? That's I guess Happy's got nothing to cancel that with, so just mocks him. And now stuns him from base as well.
The classic stun. The
Yeah.
carapace stun from base. Punishes you.
Get good.
Yeah.
Game's taken a step back again. We had a bit too much action throughout the early mid, and now we are into the thick of the mid game. We got to slow things down, pump the brakes a bit.
Yeah, because what are the odds now? Tell me, like the percentage of win rate. I think it got lower, right? It's not 91% anymore.
No, 82 now.
82. Yeah, it's gonna drop to 75 soon. If Pavaga Gaming do not do anything in this next couple of minutes, they need to use these ultimates properly. They need to use them together. And I think one big hero for side of Aachen City is this Nyx Assassin, LeBron on it. He's the one that's so important for the team to give them vision, to scout out the Warlock and Phoenix. If they manage to take them down first, the team fight should be a bit easier for Aachen.
LeBron just constantly scouting out, looking for this meme hammer. Gonna have
That's
some
it. He
fun.
scouts them now. He sees them, but the problem is he's afraid that they have some sentries. He's gonna take the bounty. And
Yeah, he
will
takes it
get dusted,
immediately,
but-
gets dusted, goes to the TP away.
Rock
and
him!
Rock him! Just do it! Nah.
Well, there was
What a
Ergon.
wuss.
He was able to bound the strike there, but he didn't want to. So
Showing some mercy.
yeah, they let LeBron go with their gold as well, as he did steal that bounty. I wouldn't show them. I wouldn't show him any mercy.
No. Well, DM's just farming up. He's now finished up his BKB. That's a big pickup from him. Not that he needed it, because he seemed perfectly tanky without it, but now just giving him the freedom in the team fights to always get off his spells and just sit on that front line. On the PA, she's got the Desto. It could be a really good time for Aachen to fight.
Mid lane. It's a good time for them to fight, but it's always a good time for Pavaga boys to fight as well.
Jumping
They're
in,
going
the
in.
spear of Ash. He connects up to the Phantom Assassin. I don't think that was deliberate, but then comes the arena now coming down with the Supernova backing them up as well. BKBs are being used, but it's LeBron who pops. The carries are not really taking that much damage. They just run themselves away. Ekanat might be the new target, but this is all the ultimates drop from Pavaga. They only get themselves one kill. This is pretty bad for them, actually. As they go in deep, they find themselves Enchantress, but there's no backup, and he can't bring them down by himself. Torrent will miss. The Golem is chasing, but won't be doing much. They'll focus on this tier 2 tower instead. But now is a real opportunity for Aachen to fight. But then again, they don't have their BKBs, so I'm not sure they might want to go against this anyway, but I'm pretty sure once their BKBs are off cooldown, they're going to be wanting to fight again. Nice little blink there from Kazel just to get away from the Torrent.
Pavaga Gaming, that, as you said, they did win the fight in taking down Nyx. But objectively, if they took that fight around Rosh, it would be so much better.
Yeah.
Or if they didn't even take the fight, if they just went into the pit and waited for Aachen to go to them. Right now, they have no ultis and Aachen are smoked up. They'll have their BKBs in 50 seconds. So that team fight was not good, bottom line, for Pavaga. They could have played it a lot better.
Yeah.
Strategically, it's a fail.
A strategical loss. The worst kind sometimes. DM just rocking up into the high ground. What up, boys? I'm going to go on your Warlock right now. But meanwhile, as they're going for the wraparound plays, trying to bring down LeBron instead. LeBron moving to the trees. Elgon's on top of him, though. But the sun comes down. Now the meme hammer coming down onto him as well. But he will eventually fall. LeBron will be the first death. But PL goes down. The Ursa is dead. That's a huge kill. Now with the BKBs, they want to chase for more. Tysman just trying to go out the slow on the front lines. But the Gombies are there. It's Resident Evil up in here because everybody's just getting slowed down to oblivion. They can't deal with the tombstone. And they're just going to get picked off one by one. Almost like it was written in a book. Can do exactly as predicted as they take this fight, blow this game wide open, and shove Pavaga to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, that's all on Pavaga. They didn't have the ulti. They used their ultimates around that tier 2 objective that isn't really that big for them at the moment. They didn't want to go into the pit first instead and just take the Rosh, force Aachen Gaming to fight around the Rosh, and then lose the fight because you have all these ultimates. Instead, they use all their ultimates around the tier 2, and then they lose the Rosh fight, which means they also lose the Aegis and Cheese, which puts them in a really bad spot as that V-Tune Phantom Assassin is getting that Basher soon now too. And can you tell me, what is the win probability now? Was I right? Is it below 75? Maybe it's even 70 now.
It's 71.
71. Yeah, I mean, I told you, man.
You did.
I can see
exactly
the future.
right.
I can see
You
the
Gabe?
future. I mean, have I been wrong once in these 3 games? So
No, you've been exactly head on.
because these teams are very like clear, like you can read what they're going to do. At the same time, Pavaga Gaming, they are showing a little signs of inexperience here and there with some of their movements.
Yeah,
have
there's
been
been
a
a couple
bit
of
better.
mistakes made, couple of strategic mistakes, as you quite rightly called out.
That fight as well, Ursa was
Oh, PA, Diamond, that is a sad, sad death indeed. Nobody
One
likes
dagger.
being two-shot by the PA.
1 dagger and I'm die. I believe that's the correct meme.
Yeah, good memeing.
Middle tower.
Ursa, he used the Empower in that last fight and went for PA instead of the Tombstone, as PA was overpowered, as PA was standing exactly on top of the Tombstone, and he couldn't right-click the Tombstone, even though he wanted to. So that was also very unfortunate.
All well planned. Double damage conquer does absolutely nothing to the Ursa. But they don't really need him to be doing much damage. PA is there for that.
Yeah. They can't push
He's
as
just a
well.
pirate.
Their objective taking is really bad on side of Aachen City Gaming. Aachen City Esports. They need to get some pickoffs instead. PA. See, yeah, there's a basher on her too. So. Going
Ready to
towards that.
bash
This
some
oh,
fools.
Ergon. Actually,
Gone in deep here. Can they get the kill? The stun comes in, and the Enchantress doing a ton of damage from the high ground. They've kept it locked down, but he finally gets that BKB off, and now they could look for the turnarounds. They've got down the Arena of Blood. LeBron, he's going to be the first one to fall in this, just running through the Wukongs and getting picked off. Meanwhile, Ergon going in deep, trying to find the Enchantress. Funnick running away. She's up onto the high ground. Now they look to turn this one around, but Funnick, he's getting so low, and now comes the Ursa to finish the job. And now they look towards V-Tune as well, but V-Tune, he's already fighting up with Ergon right now. Ergon dropping so low. The Sunray healing him up as well, fighting into V-Tune. V-Tune will go once. Enchantress buys back, TPing to the shrine. Pavaga, they're backing out right now. The impetuses will follow as Simon just runs at them. He's saying, what's up, guys? Fight me instead. Let my team get away. Ekenart will get casually picked up on the side by Ergon here as they're hanging around, seeing if they could go back in maybe, but Simon gives his life for the cause. Absolutely deliberate feed there from him, just trying to hold them back and give them the information they need to kind of
he did
decide.
that in one of the previous games too. He likes to walk in like that and just die to buy some space for his teammates. Sometimes it's unnecessary, but that time it definitely did.
Yeah, well,
all right.
interestingly, I noticed how the team was still hanging around. They had their blinks and they had the pounce. I feel like he was kind of saying, let's just get a feel for the situation. You know, using my death and using my body as like a kind of just give
feel.
everybody a chance to, giving
feel
his
his
body
body
to
out.
feel. Yeah,
Test his body and check what you can do with it later.
exactly.
I mean, I understand.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, he did exactly that. Sadly, it didn't really work out for them. I mean, he died. The rest of his teammates fell back. That's good enough. But
Yep.
now it's on him again to actually fight. As
They're going.
Oh,
They're
oh.
going for it. The ultimates are down, and next Assassin starts off the fight beautifully by getting that Spike Carapace off onto the spear. And look at the damage going through. But Forstaff actually going to buy him a little bit of time, but nope, he's gone. Gazwell is dead. The X-Mark trying to back him into that one. Meanwhile, Ekanale is taken down. Now they're going to focus on this Tombstone. I think I can actually backing out from this one as the Wukong's surprisingly off cooldown. It is a pretty short one as they jump forwards onto DM this time. Funnick going to throw some impetuses his way. Try and just get in a bit of a spot of bother. They do bring him down a little bit low, but Ergon still wants to just run and try and chase down these Aachen heroes right now as they're up into the high ground. I'm still surprised they're running away. They don't have any ultimates left, but I guess they're pretty low on mana. Then they go for the shrines, just getting up those precious blue liquids. More to
They
fight
need the
again.
blue liquid. They need the blue liquid a little bit. The way the fight started wasn't really perfect. They missed the Impale and the meme hammer. Then also Enchantress used the pike on the Mars that was already dead if the pike wasn't used.
Yeah.
That
I was wondering what that was, because I was like,
Yeah.
I assumed someone forced him, but he wasn't facing the right direction. I didn't really get it.
Yeah,
but
he wasn't forced by his
Don't know
team.
why
It was
Hurricane,
Enchantress. Funnick pretty much bought him some time.
yeah, misplay. And waste of an item as well, which is one of her only items. Literally her only item, so yeah.
It's like he has to use that pike properly on the right target. If he doesn't, he dishes out almost no damage. But overall, again, Pavaga Gaming, I think this is good for them as they're buying some time for their ultimates to be up, which they are, and now they can look to fight again. This game is... I don't know anymore. This game can go either way. PA definitely has the strength to win it later on, but she is playing versus two heroes. It's Ursa with an MKB and Monkey with an MKB too, so they can both take her down easily, and the team fight is there. It's on Enchantress and Kunkka to start pulling their weight too, but they aren't really doing a whole lot besides providing utility these fights.
Yeah, and with their item builds as well, it doesn't really look like they're going to be doing much but provide utility throughout this game as well. So you kind of wonder about the future of Aachen. Are they really building for it, or are they looking to just win the game now? I don't think that's going to happen, but feels like that's what they're trying for.
This use on Enchantress is pretty much to deal with the vessel. It gives you some movement speed and some mana regen too, which is neat, but it's mostly to deal with the vessel. He's gonna die here though.
God. Oh no. He didn't last very long there at all as the smoke wraparound comes in, but they're still going to go. Aachen still want to fight this one, and they'll be able to start off with a very quick kill into the Phoenix, and now the Meteor Hammer coming down with a nice two-man torrent. Nice two-man boat as well. They're fighting this one pretty damn nicely, but down goes the Warlock. But now with the Marine of Blood coming down, the next assassin trying to waddle his way out of this one. They're backing out though. They realize that there's too many zombies here. The Tombstone is stacking up. Meanwhile, LeBron healed up on the front lines. They run themselves away. Pavaga don't want to fight into this one anymore. The Warlock will be back in 30 seconds, but the Golem was dropped.
Yeah, they forced a couple of ultimates. They also forced the buyback from Phoenix. Aachen City, they're all right with how that went. The Tombstone positioning was on point. It's the main reason why Pavaga had to go back. ODM. There's no BKB on. Oh, egg is used.
Ultimate coming through from the Phoenix. Yeah, they're going to be able to take down LeBron at the very least. And DM might be in some trouble as well. The boat coming in, trying to give him that strength, trying to get himself out. See, really, PA? She might go into this one. She's in the middle. She's just sitting in the front lines right now. Doesn't have the BKB, but is able to take down the Ursa all the same. It's now, well, needs to get herself out. Needs to be careful. Cannot trying to give her the health to get away from this one, but he's out of mana. Only just being a blink target. Now,
Oh, baby.
there it is. There it is. The big, girthy smackdown from Ergon there.
I felt that girth right there, man. That was very, very well played by Ergon and his teammates. At the same time, I respect the PA trying to go in and actually killing Ursa there, but sadly, Monkey's King Bar is way too strong.
There's another hero, unfortunately, and that's what we were saying just moments beforehand. You know, you've got the core versus core matchup. Great, like PA can beat either of these two in a 1-on-1, but on a 2-on-1, it's not really gonna happen. And up onto the high ground they go. Kunkka has buyback, but not really much point in him using it. He won't be able to stop this happening. And they've got the PA anyway, and they've got a Kunkka. Two heroes which can deal with super creeps pretty damn well. And they're not even going to take this, to be honest. It's enough for them to open up the shrines, yeah.
Tier 3, as you said, does open up the shrines, but they do hold overall. There is Roshan up, and this is the one with the refresher shard, which could be huge for Pavaga. 2 eggs, let's say, or 2 rocks, even 2 rocks, probably even better.
Yeah, screw 2 eggs. No one wants 2 eggs.
Yeah. I want 5 eggs at least for my morning breakfast. 2 eggs
That
is
protein.
like, 2 eggs is like whatever. It's not enough.
MK swoops in and picks it up. Dirty carry player. There we go. There we go. Gives it over to Simon. Good man. All right.
Of course you give it to Warlock.
Yeah.
There's
Wow, Warlock's 14. That is really low.
He's 14.
Has he not been given tomes?
He's a minor. Yeah, you should give him at least to get that level 15, 60% experience gain.
Yeah.
Then you get the level super easily after. Level 20 from him is huge. Level 25 as well. You want that for have a lot of levels.
Yeah.
I think I saw one game on Epicenter. Warlock had Midas early on. I think it was Lanham played position 4 Warlock. He went Midas, got level 25 so fast. Had 7 golems in one fight, and they were all magic immune.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
So broken.
They just destroyed the enemy team. You couldn't fight the golems. And what's the worst part is they had these like magic-oriented cores, so they couldn't kill the golems at all. Stupid. Yeah, game did slow down once again. Pavaga Gaming, they have the Aegis, Cheese and Refresher, so they'll probably look to fight. They just need to find a pick-off first, but sadly for them, LeBron and the boys are doing quite a good job when it comes to split pushing. They forced out the bottom lane, forced them bottom, but at the same time PA and Nyx are top, forcing out top lane.
Yeah, his lanes are really pushed in right now, buying them a lot of time on the side of Aachen, but there's only so long they can burn down the clock for. Wondering if there's any items they're looking to try and grab before.
I mean, Daedalus and Kunkka. Kunkka can buy like 2-3 more items. Same goes for Ench. Ench can get 2 more items, but Ench does not farm really fast. That's one of the low points of this hero. One of the reasons why players like Forev go for Maelstrom. Allows you to farm a bit better.
Okay, Just casual bit of BM onto the Ursa there. Slowing him down, stomping him, and then running away. Hit and run.
Yeah, just a small little poke here and there. Nothing more.
And we're going to play some drums now as well. Go on, Centaur, get in there. I want to hear the music of your people. Ah, it's gone.
No, just monkeys.
Well, both teams just happy to farm away for the time being. I feel like you want to make something happen with his Aegis. They've got 2 minutes left on it still. What are our buyback statuses looking like? Pretty much green across the board.
Radiant are scanning.
Buybacks. Everyone's got them, more or less.
Yep.
I'm just looking at this next fight. It should be around. It should be around these mountains. Yeah.
Oh, LeBron might be the one to start it off. And they go. The X marks onto the Mars, but it looks like they're backing away on Aachen. Don't want to fight this.
You definitely
Meanwhile-
don't want to fight right now.
Top bounties still both up.
And
Nobody,
she healed herself.
Uh-oh. 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 Goodbye, Funnick. He's gone. And who else is in here as well? Eckhart's in the arena as well. I don't know how that caught out too, but it certainly did. Now both are going to die.
That's the pick-off that they needed. An Enchantress.
Yeah.
First,
mid
like, he's
lane.
in a bad
go,
position.
Go.
Yeah, he's in a bad position, and then also he doesn't use the Yules on Ursa. He used it on himself. That was just a misclick. Nyx, at least, is trying to creepscape, but he didn't get the full wave. 3 creeps ran away from him, so they aren't very lucky in that aspect too. This should be a side. You don't have Undying orange for 30 seconds. At least a side for Pavaga.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Well, it's going to be the middle side, and another look towards the bottom lane as well. 36 seconds, no Undying. Enchantress will be back in 12. As V-Tune jumps in with the bungee cord. Oh, it's a BKB force from Ergon. Well, not really
And the
forced
ulti
there,
from
just
Ursa,
Dire's
yeah,
structures have
big
fallen.
stuff. Little bit of an
pretty good.
overaction there. That's actually probably going to save their bottom racks.
Yeah.
Prue to just think
Definitely
outside the box
spicy.
sometime. First time we've seen that.
Yeah, they forced the BKB. Because of that, they can't push any longer. You have to wait for it at least. So. Oh, look at that play. That was pretty cool. He dropped the gem. Wait. When the gem is dropped. No, that never mind. That can't
What's
be
up,
the.
dude?
You know that they changed so that you can see the gem
Yeah.
when it's dropped, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't like if you drop the gem around the ward, it won't give you true sight of the wards, right? It won't. You have to carry it to have the
I
true
think
sight.
it will.
Will it?
I think it will, yeah.
Really? If it's in that range, that's cool. I actually didn't see that before. Because that's not how it worked before the change was made, so that you can see the gem.
Yeah. No, I think they changed. I'm not 100%. I'll be
It
real
sounds
with
like
you.
it shouldn't, but yeah, it might be true.
Well,
Well,
oh my
Undying is
god,
definitely
there
dead.
goes Undying, and now LeBron just running around inside this arena, not really sure what to do with himself, and now gets skewered to the wall. The Sunrays on top of him as well, and Pio will say goodnight. LeBron and both the Undying are well gone as well. And look at the soldiers running out from the Wukongs here. Ergon, well, he tries to use it, does a bit of damage to V-Tune, but now has to back himself away. Gets stunned out by that dagger.
He's dead for 60 seconds, but if they manage to... He needs 100 gold for the buyback too, and 10 seconds. So he might be up a bit earlier, maybe in 30 seconds, but I don't think so. It's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, they need to get a kill for that time. Oh no, Funnick as well. Just a boundless strike allows them to get the blinks nice and safely to get these quick pickoffs, and that's another one dead. And this might be Megas. I can't really see this going any other way.
Yep, you can see the
The only thing is
PA,
they don't have creeps.
PA going for the MKB, I guess, to buy it, or maybe Rapier even, let's see.
Go Rapier.
for-
Go
Oh,
Rapier. Go Rapier. There it is. Phantom Assassin bringing out the big guns. Let's see it. Let's go. The buybacks come out though, and this is going to force back Pavaga for the time being. Did manage to find the gold on the
They needed the
Nyx
Rapier
assassin.
definitely on the PA. They needed something, and the only unfortunate fact is that Pavaga went back. They didn't continue. that
Yeah,
push.
now they have to really push themselves out of position here. Running on this high ground is going to be really scary, but they've got the blur to allow them to do this, and PO's going to be on the front lines here. Can they get the kill? In comes the
Rock.
damage from the PA, but the rock comes in. Is it enough? No, it is not. The Ursa is dead. Meanwhile, Mars just coming to fight at the front lines right now, but Vici just getting this damage off, and in comes the egg. They need to force this one down, but in comes Ergon on top of them as well. Yeah, holding him still. They're getting him low. This PA, she's nearly dead. A rapier, it's on the deck. They bring her down, and DM, the last one left
GG.
alive on the side of Aachen, but they just GG and tap out. This one is over, and this will be a victory for Pavaga. Pavaga Jr. take the series 2-0 over Aachen City. Wow.
This second game, they really had a very strong draft. This third game, I think they had a
Third
really
game,
strong
yeah.
draft, and they defeated a team that was superior with age at least, but not with their playstyle overall. Again, you could see that Aachen City Esports, they definitely have the strategical advantage playing against these guys, and that they playing very smart around the map. But it doesn't matter when you're playing into Warlock, Mars, and Phoenix. If you try to fight them a few times, you're definitely going to lose. And they had a few team fights, like 3-4 team fights that they lost, and game is done.
Yep, that's pretty much it. And it's tied off with a nice little bow. Really well played from Pavaga Jr. in that last series, I would say, though. Like previously, you know, it was a bit of a bit clowny, maybe. You know, it was more a drafting, well, not so much a drafting issue. They did manage to take a really nice fight from Aachen, especially on the on Simon on the Bane in the second game. Being able to get the wraparound and just kind of ruining the backlines of Aachen in that first game to really kind of swing it in their favor. This one, it was just kind of well played throughout, but really, really well drafted as well. They put themselves in a great position to be able to have a very simple way to win this one. And they carried it out beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's going to tie off this series in a nice little bow, and it's also going to mean that this is it from the LOOT.BET series today, but there will be plenty more action throughout the coming weeks. There's so much Dota going to be played over on these channels, so make sure you throw a follow, and of course, check out the LOOT.BET website. My name is Nomad, he's been Liz. If you enjoyed the cast, then please do throw us a follow. We're going to say goodbye, and see you next time. Adios.
Bye-bye.
Radiant victory.
LOOT.BET. Made for live betting.